Alright, let's make sure this bad boy starts up and runs. Alright, cool. Let's check the volume control. Alright, cool. Let's check the that sounds good. Alright. Let's go quickly. How do I fucking don't remember how to do shit. Alright, let me go in here. Alright, we are good. Let's get back in here. I have the Thunder Mavs game open because of course I wanna see and hear about that. But that is not the main prime focus of tonight. I haven't even really looked over the schedule yet. Schedule was released. I looked at the Seahawks, looks like at some of the primetime games, and then we are off. We're making this video right here. But we're gonna go through every team's off season. We're gonna discuss every single game. This is gonna be really fun. We're gonna be going at it for probably about 3 hours here, and I am happy with that. I love it. This is a tradition. I do it every year. I do it every year. As soon as the schedule is released, I do it before the preseason, like right before the preseason, and then I do it right after the last game of preseason. So this is a tradition. We've been doing this for about 4 years. This is the first year that I've done it on this channel. Usually do it on my personal, but it's a fun tradition and I love it. I always love doing this. Chat, what's up, Braidster? So first we will go over, let's see how this is doing. Go Mavs. So first we'll go by order, left to right, of course. First, we're going to talk about the Baltimore Ravens. Usually week 1, because I stopped talking about every single team, what they did, my expectations for them. So usually week 1 takes like a full hour to get done. Because I need to talk about the Baltimore Ravens, what they did, their free agent acquisitions, all their draft picks, all that good stuff. Ravens had a pretty good offseason. Like not too flashy, but they got some pieces. They kept some players like Justin Matabuke. That was a good signing. Bit overpaid, I think, but still good nonetheless. But I expect their defense to be a little worse this year because they lost Mike McDonald, but I don't think it's just gonna drop off a cliff. They lost Geno Stone. I don't think that's going to affect them too much. They lost Jadeveon Clowney. I don't think that's going to affect them too much. They signed Derrick Henry. If he could stay healthy, that is a really powerful 1-2 punch. Lamar Jackson on the ground with Derrick Henry toting the ball. That is insane. And then we got Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell, of course. Rasheen Ali, I believe, was a UDFA. And they got Devin Leary, too, UDFA. Actually, I think they might have drafted him. I think they drafted him in the 7th round, which is crazy to me. But they got Tez Walker in the draft. I really like him. He's a really good receiver. I think he went a little later than he should have. They signed Nelson Aguilar, another good signing. So their wide receiver room, minus OBJ, looks pretty damn good. I think they'll be pretty good. Overall, Lamar will have a lot of weapons to throw to. Mark Andrews, if he could stay healthy, that would be great. But Isaiah Likely is really, really good as well. Their O-line looks good. They got Andrew Voorhees healthy now. They picked him last year in the draft, and he was injured his entire first season. That's why he went in the 7th round. He would have been probably a 2nd-round pick if he didn't have that injury. But they got a steal in him, and now that he's actually able to play, man, their O-line is going to be really, really good. They got Roger Rosengarten to play that right tackle spot. I like him better than Daniel Falele. So that's a really good pickup for them. And yeah, overall they didn't make too many adjustments on their offensive line. Ben Cleveland, good. Roger Rosengarten, really good upgrade. They got Julian Pearl. He's just really a depth piece. Darian Dalcourt, I like him. Nick Samac, of course. But he's not going to get any playing time because Tyler Linderbaum is there. I think he's more kind of insurance in case Andrew Voorhees is injured again, and then he could step in because I like Nick better than Laiulu. Then we go over to the defensive side. Justin Matabuke got that monster extension. Good for him, man. I don't think he deserved that necessarily. I mean, he played like it, but I think it'd be nice to wait a year and see how he does without Mike McDonald, and then maybe give him that extension. Let's check. Nice. And then Michael Pierce still, he's really good. They got Odafe Owe, Broderick Washington. They still have David Ajabo. They're still waiting for him to really break out because he was injured his rookie year. And then he came back late, didn't really do anything, didn't do anything last year really. So just kind of waiting for him to pop off and live up to that hype. Roquan Smith, they don't have what's his face? Patrick Queen anymore. So it'll be interesting to see what Trenton Simpson can do. I like Trenton Simpson. I had high hopes for him coming out of the draft. Kyle Van Noy, he's always good, but they got Adisa Isaac to kind of follow up. He's good. He has really good pass rushing skills. I'm really high on him. So I think he'll probably get some starting time over Odafe Owe. I think he will be injured at some point throughout the year. Then we got Nate Wiggins was their first-round draft pick. That's a really good pick for them. At number 30 was great. And he's really just like a high upside guy. He has a really high ceiling. He just has the tools. He has the speed, the length. He's great. All-around toolsy guy with, not starting this year, hopefully, and then next year I think he'll be really, really well developed. So I really like that. They picked up TJ Tampa as well. Another just good toolsy guy with quite a bit of upside. And they got Bo Braid and UDFA, which is just insane. So their secondary got some monster adjustments. And it's going to be really scary to try to pass on them because you look at their starting crew and, yeah, this is insane. But then they got Nate Wiggins slotting in. Maybe I can honestly see him working in the slot as well. And I think if they put him there, I think that he could be really good. Just with his length and speed, athleticism, I think he could be really good covering receivers over the middle. Bo Braid is going to be a really, really good rotational piece for them. And TJ Tampa is just a good depth piece. And he's got the tools. And I've always liked Jalen Armour-Davis. I think he's pretty slept on. And I think he has the potential to be something good in this league. So overall, those are the Ravens. I think my expectations, I don't think they're going to be as great I don't think they should be as overhyped as they are currently and as they were last year. I've never really believed in the Ravens fully. Even though they made it to the AFC Chip, I didn't believe in them. I didn't even have them as a playoff team last year, I don't think. Maybe I had them as a 7 seed, but I think that was it. I've never believed in the Ravens. I never really believe in AFC North teams. And that is something that has come back to bite me in the ass quite a bit. But I never believe in the AFC North teams, aside from the Bengals, and yeah, that really did not go the way I thought it would last year. But Ravens, I think they're a 10, 11 win team probably. I don't know if they win the division because it's such a hard division. I could see the Browns or the Bengals winning it over them. But if the Ravens are able to keep the same kind of tough in-your-face defense that they had last year, it's very possible that the Bengals the Browns and the Steelers just can't move the ball against them, and they win that division. Now we're going to move over to the Chiefs, because that's the team that's next up here. Let's switch over to these bad boys. Let's check the score real quick. Go Mavs. All right. So, Chiefs, the Chiefs could get better or worse. They're still going to make the Super Bowl, so it doesn't matter, But Rashee Rice still hasn't gotten a suspension, I don't think. If he has, let me know in the comments or the chat, because I don't remember if he got a suspension or not. He should be suspended for the entire season. He's not going to be. Maybe like a 6-week suspension, but I don't think he did. But they added Hollywood Brown, really, really good guy to add there. Xavier Worthy too, who they have in the starting lineup. I don't know if that's true. I don't think he'll be in the starting lineup. But yeah, I really don't like him. He's fast. That's about it. This is just going to be a John Ross 2.0. I think. I don't believe in Xavier Worthy. I don't think it was a good acquisition. They could have gotten him at 32 if they had just stayed there. I don't know. There were so many better receivers on the board. They could have gotten Keon Coleman. Would have been a really good compliment for them. But whatever. I like Justin Watson. I think he should definitely be a starter over Xavier Worthy. But they also added Jared Wiley, who I like quite a bit. I've been a huge fan of him. He's kind of reminds me of Darnell Washington from last year's class. Just a big guy. He's like 6'8", I believe, and he does have some knee concerns, which is rough. That's why he fell so far. But he's a really good pickup for them, and just a really good blocker. And he has potential to be something more than that. So I like that. Maybe a good replacement for Travis. Well, maybe a good replacement for Noah Gray. Travis retires. Noah Gray goes up to tight end 1. And they got Kingsley Suamatea. That was a really good pick. They need depth on their O-line, and they honestly need someone to start over Wanya Morris. And I don't think he will to start the season, but if Wanya Morris has an injury, or if by week 5 or 6 he's not playing that well, you throw Kingsley over him, because I like Kingsley a lot. He has a really good upside and a really high floor as well. So I like him. Hunter Nourzad is another guy they got. I love Hunter Nourzad. So the fact they were able to get him backup center to Creed Humphrey, that is an amazing backup. He is a really, really high upside backup, and I really like him. I think he could blossom into an average level starter in this league. I think he's that good. CJ Hansen, the Holy Cross dude. He's just kind of a depth piece. You hope he wouldn't have to start. Same with Ethan Driscoll, the guy out of North Dakota State, I believe. Those are guys that you hope you wouldn't have to start ever. But they're guys that you pick up, good depth piece, kind of like a Stone Forsythe type, to kind of get on your roster just in case, have him slide in there if you need it. Just even you could rotate just for a few snaps, give your starters a break. I think that's good. And then we go, they also got Carson Wentz, of course. How could we forget Carson Wentz? He's not going to see any playing time. And if he does, well then, that fucking sucks for the Chiefs, huh? Man, look at their depth chart to the fact that FAU is 3rd here on the depth chart. That's how you know that they got some. Well, although no, they put Malik Herring and Mike Dana over. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense why FAU is so far back here then. I don't understand that. Whatever. They re-signed Chris Jones, of course. George Karlaftis is a really, really good edge rusher. They still have Drew Tranquill. They re-signed Nick Bolton. No, they didn't. I think he still has one more year left. They drafted Curtis Jacobs. I don't like him at all, but I understand the skills, the tools. I understand falling in love with this guy. I don't like him personally. I don't think he has the film for it. I don't think he has the production. I'm just not a fan. They added Jaden Hicks. That was a really, really good pick. They got him in the 5th, I believe, which was just incredible. He was, I think, he was my second safety in the class. I liked him that much. Kalen Bullock was my number 1, and then Jaden Hicks was my number 2 after that. I really, really like him. He's got good size, 6'2". He's got really long arms, and he should start, I think, over Brian Cook. I think he should start. I think about halfway through the year he will start to see some starting snaps here. But, man, I cannot wait to see this kid play. I think he's going to be really, really good in this league. I can't wait to see what he can do. So, overall, I think Chiefs are going to be about as good as they always are. You know, you could always count out the Chiefs, and they're still going to do good. You know, you could think the Chiefs are going to go 17-0. They're still going to do good. You know, you can't jinx them. They're never going to be bad. So they're always going to be the Chiefs. Now, last year I said for the Lions-Chiefs game, I said it was a horrible scheduling, horrible matchup. It was really, really stupid of the NFL to do that because the Lions had absolutely no chance of winning. And that all went out the window when Travis Kelce didn't play. So, unless we have a last-minute injury like we did last year, I don't see a way where the Chiefs don't win this. I mean, they're always really good in September. I don't know. I feel like AFC North teams always get off to a rocky start, especially the Bengals, but I feel like a lot of AFC North teams still do. And it's gonna be hard. First game without Mike Macdonald coaching that defense. The Ravens still do have Todd Monken, so I expect their offense will be very, very explosive. Another year of him is really, really cool. They're lucky he didn't get a head coaching position. I think he needs one more year, kind of, because he's only really coached super teams, but I think he does need one more year to kind of prove himself and be eligible for that head coaching role. So I think I gotta go with the Chiefs here, just because I don't know. I don't see the Ravens, going into the Kingdome and knocking them off. I just don't see it. I really don't think you can go into Arrowhead and win. Of course, that happened opening week. Anyway, of course that happened last year with the Lions. I didn't buy into the hype. Clearly, I should have. I was one of the only people that thought the Lions were going to be... I had the Lions missing the playoffs last year. I thought they were going to finish third in the division. I thought the Packers were going to win the division. I was mistaken. But I did not believe in the Lions, and maybe it's wrong of me to not believe in the Ravens. But I have to go with the Chiefs. I cannot count out the two-time defending what happened to the images. I cannot count out... Damn. Really? You got rid of my images just like that? Fuck you. Nah, let me refresh this. Fuck you. Give me my images back. There we go. Yeah. That's what I like to see. Oh my god, we got all these fucking ads, bro. Get out of my face. Get out of here. Please. Okay. What's good, chat? Are we serious with the ads here? Nah. It's not even closing. Get away from me, please. Bro, are we joking right now? Alright. I'm gonna have to refresh the fucking page, I guess. Alright. But yeah, I really don't think you can go and beat the Chiefs, especially 2 years in a row. I don't think they lose their home opener. I just don't think it'll happen. Then next game we got Patriots Bengals. So this is gonna be a game of all time. So Patriots, I don't know if they'll be starting Jacoby Brissett. Their QB room is a little too stacked right now, so I don't really understand it. I don't think they released Jacoby Brissett to get to open up some cap space. That wouldn't make any sense. He should be the developmental guy. They should start Jacoby Brissett at least for half the season, because like you can't be expecting playoffs this season. So I think you gotta start him. Let Drake May develop. They still have Bailey Zappi on the roster. I guess he's a good third string or practice squad guy, but you put him on the practice squad, I think he's going to get picked up easily. Joe Milton they got. It's very likely they put him at tight end. I don't think they'll have 4 QBs here, but it's possible. The fact that Juju Smith-Schuster is wide receiver 5 just shows that ESPN does not know what they're talking about. Let's see. Go Mavericks. Nice. Go Mavericks. But they got a Jalen Polk. That's a really, really good signing or draft pick. He's going to be really, really good. They got Javon Baker as well. 2 just really, really good guys. They should both start, honestly. KJ Osborne was a good signing, free agent from the Vikings. Kayshon Boutte, still waiting to see what he can do. He was supposed to be a first-round pick in last year's draft, and then he fell all the way to the 4th, where they got him. So he should be able to do some stuff. He has the tools for it, and if he's got a good QB throwing his way, maybe he can. The 1-2 punch of Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson is really, really, really good. I can't wait to see what they can do with Ramondre kind of as a power back, good goal line back, and then Antonio Gibson, more of the receiving back. I cannot wait to see that. It's going to be really cool. Tight end, they still got Hunter Henry, re-signed him. Austin Hooper they got. They got Jaheim Bell out of Florida State. He's good. He'll start. He'll be over Mitchell Wilcox because he's got the tools. Man, I'm all about the tools. But he's got good size. Just didn't really have enough production at Florida State. But I think he could be a really solid tight end 3 in this league. They got Caden Wallace at Penn State. That's a good pickup for them. I think he'll be pretty good. Layden Robinson out of Texas A&M. Another guy that they got. They have a pretty young O-line. They have Cole Strange, Nick Leverett, and Antonio Mafi. Lots of guys from last year's draft. Layden Robinson and Caden Wallace, really good depth pieces, good backups, with some good, I want to say, below average starting potential. But I think overall, they're really good pickups. We look on here, still got Keon White, they got Christian Barmore, Matt Judon. They re-signed, I believe. They got Tavai Uche. They just got a really good front 7 on their defense, and they're not really upgrading it in the draft because they don't really need to. It's pretty good. I like Taki quite a bit. I think he's due for a breakout season as a rotational guy. They got Marcellus Dial, who I'm a fan of. I think he's one of those like sleeper day 3 guys that could end up being kind of the next Reek Woolen, just because he's got speed, he's got the haircut for it. So I like him quite a bit. Overall, most of their draft picks went towards the offense. They didn't really feel like upgrading their defense too much. Hopefully another, I don't want to say another good season because Christian Gonzalez only had a quarter of a good season. But hopefully he has a good season. Marte Mapu, who they have listed at linebacker here. He's kind of a linebacker, strong safety hybrid, kind of a Cam Chancellor type, Jamal Adams maybe, if you will. But I liked him a lot. I wanted the Seahawks to take him in the draft last year. He's a really, really good player. Really, really high potential, high upside. I have high hopes for Marte Mapu out of Sacramento State. I think he should get some rotational snaps. I haven't seen it, but I think he should get some rotational snaps. Now we go over to the Bengals here. All right. Bengals, they got Joe Burrow. Woohoo. They have Rocky Lombardi as their fourth-string QB. There you go. But they got Zach Moss from the Colts. I think that's a good signing. Jermaine Burton is a really good pickup. They still got Yoshivas. He should be better in this year. Charlie Jones is he's the Purdue guy, right? I gotta confirm this. Yep, he's the Purdue guy. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he could do this year. They got Mike Gesicki, really, really good signing for them. Mike Gesicki, they got Eric All, took him way too early, but they still got Eric All. And their tight end room should be pretty good if Iowa tight ends really live up to all the past ones. Then man, their tight end room should be pretty damn good. They got Orlando Brown, of course. Matt Lee is a pretty good pickup for them because he can kind of switch between center and the guard spots. He's not that athletic, but just a good kind of practice squad player to have. They got Amarius Mims, of course. He hasn't played a lot, so it's hard to know how he'll be. He's just for the potential. You take him for the upside. He's a pure upside pick, and I like it. I like it because he could break out. He could be, a top 5 tackle in this league. If he stays healthy, he could be a top 5 tackle. The problem is injury. You don't know if he's going to be able to stay healthy, which is too bad because I like him. Going down here, they got Chris Jenkins. Was a really, really good pickup. I love Chris Jenkins, the Michigan guy. He just adds a real nice. I'm yawning a lot. I don't know why. That's only 11:30. He adds a big body to just sit in the middle, eat up the run, and I like that. I like that pickup for them. Sheldon Rankins, I think he'll be pretty damn good for them this season as well. Trey Hendrickson did not get traded, so hopefully they can figure out a contract for him. McKinley Jackson, Texas A&M guy, both him and Chris Jenkins can kind of play that nose tackle role, maybe more so McKinley. Of course, they're running a base 4-3, so they don't really have that nose tackle role here. But McKinley Jackson, I do think is kind of a pure nose tackle, so I don't know how he fits into this defense, but they clearly liked him. They liked him for this scheme fit, so we'll see how he does. Cedric Johnson, the edge out of Washington State. He's good. He's got he's got some bottom of the roster potential. I think he shows some impressive burst on some of his snaps. They got Nong Meta, the linebacker who shows almost no athleticism. Aaron Casey, another guy here. But their linebacker room overall shouldn't need much after Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt. It's solid enough, and I think maybe one free agent signing in early June. I think they're good for the season. They got Geno Stone in free agency, of course. Here comes another yawn. Um, Geno Stone in free agency, of course. I can't wait to see what he does without Mike McDonald. Hopefully they can find a role for him because I don't want him to fail. I'm just intrigued to see what he can do. Josh Newton, TCU guy, he's got good potential. I don't think he'll really do anything for them, but just a good depth piece if anything happens. Overall, Bengals, I hope they're a lot better than they were last year. I think if Joe Burrow can stay healthy, I think they are like a possible division winner. You know what I mean? Let me get a fucking drink of water here. Go Mavs, man. Go Mavs. They should be up 3-1 right now, but they're not, so I'm not going to keep complaining. All right. What the fuck is this? Oh, sick. I won $1 on a scratch ticket. Just never cashed it, I guess. That's too bad. But yeah, the Bengals should be a lot better than last year if Joe Burrow stays healthy. Whew. Oh my God, please. And the Patriots, I think the Patriots should be, middle of the pack. I don't think they're going to be, first overall pick bad. I think they'll win some games, probably 6 or 7. But, I don't have them competing for the playoffs really, especially with first-year head coach Gerard Mayo. I just don't think it's going to happen. But forgot to talk about it, I am excited to see how the Bengals do without their OC, Callahan, Brian Callahan, Bill Callahan, Brian and Bill. I'm excited to see what their offense can do without Brian Callahan. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to watch. That's weird. It's weird that it doesn't show the coaches on here, isn't it? Isn't that a little weird? You'd think they would show the coaches, huh? That's strange. Very, very strange. Alright. Yeah. So, I think I gotta go with the Bengals here. Problem is, the Bengals always start off real sluggish. They always got some rust on their bodies when they go in for the first few weeks. They're really bad in September, whereas Chiefs are really good in September. So that sucks that they're meeting in week 2. I would have liked to seen them probably mid-October. I think would have been the best for them, or later, like last 4 weeks of the season would be good, fighting for playoff spots. I'm going to go with the Bengals here. I don't believe in the Patriots, but, it's possible that the Patriots pull off a stunner, I don't see it. If Drake May starts, it's possible. It's possible Drake May starts. Maybe Joe Burrow has another, preseason or training camp injury, and he's not 100%, or that'll be the fans' excuse anyway. But I'm going to go with the Bengals, who take an early lead atop the AFC North. All right, Jags, Dolphins. Jags, give me over to the Jags, baby. Hell yeah. Jags, they got Gabe Davis. Decent signing, but Brian Thomas Jr., that's the real good draft pick. I think he's going to be pretty damn good. He's got really high potential. He didn't really get to show out because of Malik Neighbors ahead of him, but he'll be good. Dearness Johnson, good pickup. Mac Jones, really good trade. He's one of the best backups in the league now. They got why am I yawning so much, man? But they got Javon Foster. Javon Foster they got. I didn't never studied him too much. But, it's always nice to have depth. They got Eric Armstead from the Niners, so that's a good pickup. I can't wait to see Niners Jags and see what Eric Armstead can do against his former team. They got Mason Smith, who I would have loved him for the Seahawks. He was a really good pickup for them. I thought he was going to go early, and he did. Jordan Jefferson was another good pickup. Cincinnati cat, I believe. They got Miles Cole, the Texas Tech dude. He just has he's just a really raw prospect, but he has the tools. He is ginormous. He's got the size for sure. So I'd love to see what he can do. Christian Braswell as opposed to Chris Braswell. Interesting. Josh Allen is still there, which I'm kind of surprised, but he's still there. They still got Antonio Johnson listed as their starter. I don't know if he really will, but they got Darnell Savage, so that'll be really, really fun to see what he can do for them. I think they got Jeremiah Bedwetter, but I think the Jags, I don't know. It's hard to predict with the Jags. I think they'll be kind of middle of the pack, maybe 9-10 wins. But overall, I don't think they're some super team. Because the thing is, they needed to win the division last year or the year before. Those were their chances to go far in the playoffs. Now, you got the Texans on the come up, Colts on the come up, Titans are just kind of starting to rebuild. And honestly, I think the Jags at this point are in a position where they may need to rebuild themselves. Hold on to Trevor Lawrence, Brian Thomas Jr., of course, all their new draft picks. But hold on to Trevor Lawrence, maybe Travis Etienne, and some defensive pieces. But, I think trade Josh Allen if you can. But he'll be gone next year anyway. Maybe trade Devin Lloyd, see what you can get for him. Andre Cisco, just try to rebuild. But, now we're talking about the season. We're not talking about rebuilding now. But I think the Jags are closer to a rebuild than a contender. And then we got the Dolphins. Dolphins, man. Oh, go Mavs. Oh, go Mavs. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. All right, let's go over to the Dolphins here. Dolphins. They got OBJ. So that'll be fun. I mean, people are calling it the best wide receiver trio in the league. I'm not sure about that. Braxton Berrios, I thought he was going to have a bigger season last year. He didn't. So that was kind of disappointing. But they got Malik Washington. He was a really good pickup. And they got Taj Washington. They got both the Washington guys at wide receiver. And I like it. I like it a lot. Really good pickups. So, yeah. The wide receiver room is really, really good. I think pretty complete. I can't wait to see what their wide receivers can do. Not against the Seahawks, of course, but just overall, can't wait to see what they can do. Jonnu Smith, he'll be good for them. Teron Armstead, kind of up in the air. What is he going to do? Is he going to be healthy? Who knows? Hopefully he could stay healthy, but who knows? They got Aaron Brewer from the Titans. That's a good pickup. They got Patrick Paul in the second. Little too early for me, but they got him. That's good. They got this guy Byron Matos, who's never played a snap of football in his life. So that's interesting. He's listed at left tackle. They got Chop Robinson, designated pass rusher, provides nothing on run defense, so he's just a Darrell Taylor type of guy. I really wish I wasn't yawning every 5 seconds. That would be great. Muhammad Kamara was just such a great pick. I love Muhammad Kamara. He's got a win, win, win now mentality. They lost Christian Wilkins, so that really sucks. But they didn't do much to replace him. So it'll be interesting to see how they fill that hole and what their run defense looks like. But they got Jordan Poyer. That was a really good signing. They still have Jalen Ramsey. They let Xavier Howard go. I hate to see him go, but they got Patrick McMorris. He is really, really high on this depth chart. Too high for me. They got Mark Perry as well, Storm Duck. So a lot of, kind of UDFA guys here. But Dolphins, I don't know. Thing is, after watching last season, you can't really trust them. And I hope they're better this year. I think they will be a bit better this year. But this is a really hard matchup, to determine. Because I think looking at it, I think against the Jags secondary, I think the Dolphins will be able to light them up, really. But the thing is, if that O-line can even stay healthy enough throughout game one, because is that O-line going to be able to protect Tua? Because I think that the Jags pass rush will be lethal, as always. Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, those two guys on the edge, I think it's going to be really dangerous for the Dolphins. Who else have they got there over in Jacksonville? They got Eric Armstead too, of course. But just look at this list. If they bring kind of Devin Lloyd on a 5-man rush, that is so dangerous for the Dolphins. And I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to run the ball on the Jaguars. So I think this is going to have to be a passing game. Will they have enough time? I don't know. Thing is, I think Jags will be able to run all over the Dolphins. So this could be a really tough matchup for the Dolphins with the Jags pass rush combined with their run game. I'm going to go with the Jags here to get this win. And the Dolphins fall behind rather quickly here. But I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to keep up with that run game. Texans Colts, really good divisional matchup here. Texans Colts. Bring me over here. Where are the Texans? Why can't I find them? All right. So, oh my God, it's 11:50 already. Go Mavs. Nice, man. This looks good. Man, I'm gonna try to speed this up because I'm taking too long, man. So, Texans, they got Joe Mixon in a trade, which was surprising, but still a good pickup for them. Jawar Jordan, good pickup. They got Stephon Diggs, really good pickup. Can't wait to see this receiving trio. They got Robert Woods. Ben Skoranek was an interesting pickup. They got Cade Stover, who I think is going to be really, really good for them. Dalton Schultz, they re-signed on that massive contract. They got Kenyon Green and Jarrett Patterson were last year, so ignore me. They got Ladarius Henderson was a pickup, Nick Broker, and then they got Danielle Hunter in free agency, Azeez Al-Shaair. They got a lot of good free agency signings. They got Mario Edwards Jr. pretty fast. I did not think he was going to be picked up that quickly. They got Solomon Byrd, the edge guy in UDFA. Kamari Lassiter is a good pickup. Kalen Bullock, my top safety in the class. So they just got a lot of guys. Jeff Okuda. They got a lot of really good guys, and I think these are the Lions of this year, and I'm gonna buy into the hype. I think they'll be really, really good, especially with C.J. Stroud leading them to victory. Now, Colts, Anthony Richardson, if he's healthy, that would be amazing. If not, Joe Flacco, maybe he could have a year similar to last year. That would be pretty fucking cool. But they got Adonai Mitchell to pair up with their wide receiver team. Josh Downs, I like him. But Adonai Mitchell is going to be good. Anthony Gould, really good slot guy. Love to see what he can do in the NFL. Kind of a Tyler Lockett type, big sleeper guy for me. I like him. They got Matt Goncalves, the guy out of Pitt. He's got injury history. He's a bit of a worry. I don't think they should have taken him that early in the third, but still a good pickup. They need some depth there. And he might even start at right tackle over Braden Smith. But you got Blake Freeland there. I think he would start over Goncalves. Tanner Bortolini was a really, really good pickup. He has a lot of potential. And I think he could be a starting center in this league. I really, really like him. Now we go here. DeForest Buckner is still there. I did not think he would still be there. They still have Adetomiwa Adebawore. I think we'll have a really good season. Leatu Latu, their first-round pick. First defensive guy taken. He's got that neck injury stuff. If he can overcome that, not get injured again, I think really, really good. Really, really good for them. He'll be really productive. Grover Stewart was a good signing. Raekwon Davis is good. You got Zaire Franklin. I really like him a lot. Nick Cross, I always liked him. I liked him coming out. I think he'll be pretty damn good for them. Micah Abraham, decent pickup. I mean, it's a pickup, you know. Not too much to say about him. Overall, I think the Colts will be pretty good. I think probably almost exactly where they were last year. Maybe just missed out on the playoffs. I don't see them being this super team, but I could see them doing pretty good. I'm gonna go with the Texans to get this win, and I don't think they're gonna upset in the, or I don't think they're gonna upset their fans in Week 1. I think they get this. Raiders Chargers. So let's look at the Raiders. Raiders obviously got big acquisition. Mavs win. Let's go. Dude, what is this little span of no scoring? 89 to 71, and then it was 89 to 81. Wow, 10-0 run for OKC. Wow. That's crazy. That's a crazy sell. What is this here? How about this? 28 to 27. And then 40 to 27? Wow. That is crazy. Wow. That is remarkable. Wow. That's great. I love that. Alright. Let's go back here. Chat died. There was never a chat. Hang on. Alright, let's go back into here. See what we can do with the Raiders. Raiders got Brock Bowers. Interesting pick, but you know, it'll be fine. I mean, they got Michael Mayer. I don't understand taking him when you got Michael Mayer in the second last year. That doesn't make sense to me. They got JPJ. That's a really, really good draft pick. Why is Brock Bowers already questionable? They got Gardner Minshew, who I hope will start. Carter Bradley, practice squad guy. They got Dylan Laube, the New Hampshire cat. I like him. I think he'll be good. Michael Gallup, good signing for them, just on a 1-year deal. That's good for them. I think Delmar Glaze drafted way too high, but he's good. I like him as a depth piece. Then they got, of course, Christian Wilkins, the big signing. Why is Tyree Wilson listed as DT? What? Whatever, man. They got Tommy Eichenberg. He's a really good linebacker. I really love him in run defense, and he's pretty good covering tight ends as well. And they got Trey Taylor, the Air Force guy. I really, really like Trey Taylor. He's a really good pickup for them. He'll be really good in a rotational piece. Now let's look at the Chargers, who have Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh, man. Chargers use The Sims to reveal their schedule. That's awesome. I got to check that out after I do this. But Chargers, let's see here. Chargers got Justin Herbert, of course. They got Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. So they're really trying to be the Ravens. I mean, it makes sense. Jim Harbaugh comes in, wants to be exactly like John. I get it. They got Ladd McConkey, really good signing. They got really good receivers. They got Ladd McConkey. They drafted Brendan Rice as well. Cornelius Johnson, just really, really good from them. They got DJ Chark. I'm really excited to see what this. Wide receiver crew can bring. They got Will Dissly from the Hawks. It's too bad, but he's listed as tight end 1. You guys are going to be very disappointed. Hayden Hurst, he's good, but Will Dissly is just a blocking tight end, so I don't know why he's tight end 1 there. Kamani Vidal was a good pickup. Remember, what school is he from? Troy, right. I remember the logo. I just don't remember what school it was. But they got Joe Alt with their first pick. That was a really good pick. And, I mean, look at this. Look at this line. Rashawn Slater, Zion Johnson, Corey Linsley, Jamari Salyer, and Joe Alt. That's a really good O-line. I think they'll be pretty good. They got Carson Barnhart. Not much to talk about there. They got Poona Ford, Justin Abugby, Alabama guy. That was a really good draft pick for them. I like him quite a bit. He could kind of play edge and DT. Tui Pelotu, due for a better season. Joey Bosa, he's not going to stay healthy. He never does. Denzel Perryman, good pickup. Junior Colson, really good draft pick. In the 3rd, they have a good linebacker room. And Jeremiah Jean-Baptiste, I like him quite a bit. Big sleeper guy. I like him. They got Chris Fulton from the Titans. I like him. Cam Hart as a draft pick. I like him as well. Here, I think there's not much to think about here. Harbaugh's going to come out. He's going to make a statement. He's going to crush the Raiders. Maybe it's 17-16. Who knows? But I think he comes out. I think he crushes the Raiders. I don't think there's much the Raiders can do there. All right, then we can move on here to these next games. Bears Titans. Let's look at the Titans here. Titans got Mason Rudolph, of course. They got Tony Pollard. I don't really get that because Tajay Spears, Tony Pollard kind of have the same run style, so I don't get that too much. They got Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, 2 really good pickups. Jaquan Jackson, J.C. Latham, good pick for them. I like that quite a bit. I like their O-line. I think it looks good. Sebastian Joseph Day, Tavondre Sweat, L'Jarius Sneed. They got quite a bit of guys. Amani Hooker looks good there. Awuzie. Roger McCreary, I like. Caleb Farley. They got Cedric Gray. Another guy I don't like, but I see the tools. I understand it. Gandre Coburn, still waiting for him to break out. I liked him in last year's draft. And then let's go to the Bears. Bears obviously had the most changes. They got rid of Justin Fields. They got Caleb Williams. They got Travis Homer, paid him all that money. That was last year, but still. DeAndre Swift is a guy there. They got Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze. Insane. I can't wait to see what this QB receiver trio can do. They got Gerald Everett. I think that was a good signing. They got Jake Curhan from the Seahawks. Karan Amagaje, who's already listed as questionable. That was a good signing for them as well. If you couldn't tell, I'm just trying to speed it up because I've been taking way too much time here. They got Gavon Dexter, still waiting for him to be good. I never liked him. Keith Randolph Jr. was a good pickup. Austin Booker, they traded back into the draft to get Austin Booker. I'm excited to see what he does. I don't love him, but, Tremaine Edmonds, really good pickup there. They paid Jalen Johnson all that money. They got Jalen Jones, Elijah Hicks. But yeah, overall, I think the Bears should be good. I think the Bears should be good. I say that almost every year, though, and they're never good. But Bears should be good. I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm going to go with the Bears to win this. Thing is, Titans could be sneaky good. Titans, I think, are going to be one of those teams that is a wild card contender. I think they could be good. I like Will Levis. They got a really good wide receiver core. Just really good offense overall, and they got Bill Callahan coaching that O-line. Their offense could be really, really good, and they got some good defensive pieces. So, overall, Titans could be good. I just don't think they'll come out swinging in week one. So, I'm going to go with the Bears here, who I think are going to be looking to kind of make a statement win here. Falcons, Steelers. Let's look at the Steelers, who obviously have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Russell Wilson presumably starting. We got a Cordero Patterson, Van Jefferson, Roman Wilson. Love him. They got Quez Watkins, Marquez Callaway. I like that. Waiting to see Darnell Washington do something, but they got Troy Fautanu and Mason McCormick. I don't think Mason McCormick should start. He might, but I don't think he should. I think you should kind of let him sit for half a year, let him develop. They got Patrick Queen, really good signing there for them. Joey Porter Jr. set for another good year. They got Ryan Watts. I've always liked him. Peyton Wilson they got. I mean, just, too much injury concern, so I don't like him. I'm glad he fell past the Seahawks. I did not want him. But Steelers should be average like they always are. And then we got the Falcons to talk about here. Falcons should be good. Falcons should be good. I think they win the division. I like them. Kirk Cousins with Michael Penix Jr. behind him. And they got Taylor Heineke still. Taylor Heineke is the best third-string QB in the league. I think he's a starter. But Jace McClellan, good addition. Darnell Mooney, Rondell Moore. They really did not change their O-line at all. Wow. Yeah, that's just surprising to me. AJ Terrell and Jesse Bates, that's going to be really, really good. Just to see what they can do again. Braylon Trice they got. I don't know. Why is he not listed at edge? I don't get that. But, I don't love him. J.D. Bertrand, the Notre Dame guy. I don't like him much. I don't like Braylon Trice much either. But, just see what they can do. Kevin King. Dude, what is this? I bought baked Cheetos from Walmart a week ago. Haven't mentioned baked Cheetos at all in the last week, and they're popping up here. Google is tracking my debit card information, clearly. But Falcons should win the division. I think I'm going to go with the Falcons to get this win here at home. Let's talk about Cardinals, Bills. Cardinals. Give me some water. Cardinals, they traded for Desmond Ridder. He's not going to get any playing time, the Cardinals hope. They got Marvin Harrison Jr., of course. But I'm surprised that they didn't draft another guy higher. I would have thought they would. but they didn't. They got Zay Jones. They got Tip Ryman out of Illinois in like the third, I think, which was just insane. They were they were the one team that could not mess up this draft because they had so many high picks, and they tried their damn hardest to mess up this draft. They got Evan Brown from the Seahawks. Good luck with that. Yeah, Isaiah Adams is projected to be a starter. Isaiah Adams I had as a UDFA guy. They took him in the third, but he's projected to be their starting left guard. So their O-line is not going to look good if that's the case. They got Max Melton really high, though. He was like the one pick, and Marvin Harrison Jr. that I really, really liked. And DTD is really good. So their safety room is going to look pretty damn good. They got Joey Blunt from the Seahawks still. They got Darius Robinson is the guy they drafted. He's all right. I mean, I don't love him. He might be good. Might prove me wrong, but I do not love him. I think it's a fine pick. I think he should have gone in the second. Xavier Thomas, though, I like him quite a bit. Not better than Darius Robinson, of course, but for the value, I think he's really good. They got Miles Murphy, the DT, not the edge for the Bengals. But they got him in UDFA. I think that's a good pickup for them. But overall, Cardinals should be better than last year. Still not great, I don't think. And Bills, let's see. Bills here. Where are the Bills? Why can't I find the Bills? Bills lost a lot of pieces. They lost Stephon Diggs, the big one. But Tremaine Edmonds, they lost Tyrell Dodson. Their safety, Jordan Poyer. They got Rasul Douglas, though. They got Cole Bishop, who I like a lot. Daquan Hardy, Penn State corner. I think he'll be good as a depth piece. Dwayne Carter was a good pickup, I think. If Von Miller can stay healthy, I mean, hopefully they could do something. They got Edifwan. Love Edifwan. They got Cedric Van Pran. He should be a starter, but obviously Connor McGovern there. Not going to start over him. They got Curtis Samuel. They drafted Keon Coleman. They got MVS, Chase Claypool, Mac Hollins, Andy Isabella. Their wide receiver room looks completely different from last year. They also got Frank Gore Jr. in UDFA, who I'm surprised is not here. At least I believe they did. They got Mitch Trubisky back as well. Bills should be about as good as they always are, I think. I think they win the division most likely. But I think they put up a stinker in Week 1, as they usually do. They lost last year to the Jets. They lost the year before to the Steelers in Week 1. They just love losing to teams that are inferior to them in Week 1. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals here to get this win. Shocking upset in Week 1. And then one of the big headlines after Week 1 will be, are the Bills done? Is their window closed? That's the headline for the week here. All right, Broncos, Seahawks. Broncos have, of course, Bo Picks. The Broncos here. Broncos got Bo Picks. Zach Wilson probably won't start. I'm imagining it's Bo Nix. Zach Wilson honestly should start. Because I hate starting rookie QBs early, unless it's like Caleb Williams, of course. So Bo Nix should not start. He will, probably. They got Samaje Perine still. Good. Audric Estime was a good pickup for them. Cortland Sutton looks like he's trying to get a contract done, and he's holding out with the team. We'll see how that goes. They got Josh Reynolds. Troy Franklin, they traded up to get him. Reuniting him with Bo Nix. I think it'll be fine. I don't love him. He's slow. He's really just disrespected the gauntlet drill, so I don't like him. They got players. They got Cody Barton, signed him. Decent signing, but if he's starting, should start Drew Sanders over him. I think he will be. I don't see any reason why Cody Barton should be starting. They got Quentin Newsome, Chris Abrams-Drain, who I like quite a bit. That's one of the things they did that I actually really like. Owazurike should not be fourth in line here. Yeah, this ESPN does not know what they're talking about when it comes to organizing these guys. But, I mean, I think Broncos get a top 5 pick this year. I don't think they're going to be good at all. We'll move over to the Seahawks here. Seahawks got Mike McDonald, of course. They traded for Sam Howell. Got George Halani, UDFA. Hayden Hatton, UDFA. D. Williams, UDFA. Signed Laviska Shenault Jr. Really good for kick returns, of course. They got Farrell Brown. Drafted A.J. Barner, 2 blocking tight ends. So really the pass catching is going to be on Noah Fant's shoulders. They also got Jack Westover, who should be the practice squad tight end over Brady Russell. Still, Raekwon O'Neal is still on the team, which I don't know why. But Garrett Greenfield paid him quite a bit of money, and I like him. I like him a lot. So I love that he's there. Laken Tomlinson was signed, but there's going to be someone behind him. It's not just going to be 4 right guards. I'm imagining Satoa, the 6th-round draft pick, will move behind to left guard, and Christian Haynes will start at right guard, so that'll be nice. I think Olu is definitely going to start at center over Nick Harris, who is signed in free agency, and then Mike Nowitzki, UDFA pickup, just a depth piece there. Abe Lucas, if he could stay healthy, that would be great. If not, George Fant, he's getting paid a lot of money, so he could step in here. Mike Jarrell, late 6th-round pick. He's just kind of an upside guy. He's got tools and stuff, so just grabbed him because we liked him. I don't think he'll start at all. I don't think he'll get any playing time. Just kind of I don't think a practice squad guy. I think he makes the roster. But Max Percher and Tremaine Ankrum are 2 free agent signings that will be cut, I believe. Then Byron Murphy, the main draft pick, of course. It looks like Draymond Jones is going to be playing edge. So Byron Murphy will probably move into a starting role, and Draymond Jones will just be a rotational edge piece. But, who are these? Who is Nathan Pickering? Never heard of him in my life. Didn't know we signed him. So why is he on the roster? And who is Buda Jones? I've never heard of this guy in my life. Seriously? He can't be on here. But hopefully Derek Hall has a better season. We got Jerome Baker and Tyrell Dodson in free agency. Some linebackers to start there. We got Easton Gibbs in UDFA. And Tyrese Knight was our 4th-round draft pick. He should be good after a year of development. John Radigan probably going to get cut or get a restructured contract because $3 million is way too expensive for him. Mike Jackson took a nice deal for us. I like that. Darrell Taylor probably gets cut. Sundiata Anderson, UDFA guy. Artie Burns could get cut too. I could see that. We got Rayshawn Jenkins and Kayvon Wallace, 2 free agent signings that I like quite a bit. And yeah, Reek Woolen is still on the team. Don't know how long that'll last. But yeah, overall, pretty good looking team here. I think I'm going to go with the Seahawks because you look at this, it's Mike McDonald, a defensive guy showcasing his brand new defense, all his new schemes in week 1 against a rookie QB playing his first ever NFL game. I think Mike McDonald has a slight edge here. I'm going to give it to Mike McDonald. Seahawks start off 1-0, baby. Cowboys, Browns, Tom Brady is officiating this game. He's announcing this game. Browns got Jameis Winston. They got a crazy QB room. DTR is 4th. That's great. They probably got the best QB room in the league. They got to trade someone. Tyler Huntley probably. They got Naeem Hines. I like that for them. Jerry Jeudy. They got Zach Zinter. I think he'll be good after he gets healthy. Michael Hall Jr., good nose tackle. Really good pickup for them. That was their first pick. They got Devin Bush from the Seahawks. They got Nathaniel Watson, UDFA guy, I believe. JOK. I mean, their front seven is really, really good. So overall, I think the Browns will be middle of the pack, kind of 10-win team, 9-10 wins. Then we go over to the Cowboys here. Cowboys didn't really do anything in free agency. They still have Trey Lance. I'd like to see him get some playing time, but you never know. It'll probably never happen. They re-signed Zeke. They got Ryan Flournoy. But overall, wide receiver room didn't really upgrade at all. They got Brevin Spann-Ford. They got Cooper Bebebe, who I like. I think he should start. Not at center though. I don't get why he's listed at center. Mozzie Smith, hopefully gonna have a better year. Then we got Eric Kendricks, Maris Leafau. Some good. Josh DeBerry, Kalen Carson, he's good. He has potential. Overall, I think Cowboys should win this one. I think the Browns' defense should be really good, but Cowboys usually start the season off strong. I think they're going to do so here. I'm going to have the Cowboys taking this win on the road. Tom Brady officiating. Why do I keep saying that? Announcing. Jets Niners Monday Night Football. Does Aaron Rodgers get injured again? We'll see. But Jets, if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, this is a good team. They got Tyrod Taylor as a backup and Jordan Travis as their franchise QB, which I love that plan for them. Isaiah Davis, South Dakota State guy. He's really, really good. Mike Williams, Malachi Corley. Good pickups. They still have Alan Lazard. I'd love if they could improve their tight end room, but they didn't really do that. They got Tyron Smith, Morgan Moses, Olufashinu. Really, really smart pick there to address the O-line. Got Hassan Reddick. I love it. If Will McDonald can have a better year. Braden McGregor out of Michigan. They got Leonard Taylor III as UDFA. That's really good. He'll get some starting snaps, I think. And you got Quantez Stiggers, really good pick. They had a really, really good draft. Jalen Key is a good safety that I like quite a bit. Overall, Jets should be good. If Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, Jets should be good. And even if Tyrod Taylor is their starter for half the season, I think this defense could win them a lot of games. So I think the Jets will be decent. I don't think they're going to be these Super Bowl contenders, But Niners here. Brock Purdy, of course, but they got Josh Dobbs. They got Tanner Mordecai, Isaac Garendo. That was a really good pickup. They had a good draft. They have Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowing, two really good receivers that I really like. So I hate that they got them. They got Drake Nugent. Dominic Pooney was a really good pickup. He should start at some point later this season, if not next season. They got Nick Bosa is, of course, always going to be good. Hufanga being back from his injury is going to help them a lot. Malik Mustafa, I love him. Renardo Green, Florida State guy. They got a lot of guys that I really, really like, and I just hate to see go to their team. So I think they're going to be good. I mean, of course they're going to be good. I mean, they're the Niners. How could they not be good? I'm going to go with the Niners to get this win here. Now let's move on to this Brazil game. Packers at Eagles. Let's see this here. Packers here. They got Josh Jacobs, really, really good pickup for them. They got their wide receiver room is just good, It's just good. They got Jacob Monk, I like him. Jordan Morgan in the first round, Arizona guy. He'll probably start at some point in the interior. I don't think he'll start at tackle. They got Tyron Hopper and Edrin Cooper. Just two really, really good linebackers. I love that they were able to get both of them. So that's really good for them. They got Xavier McKinney too. They drafted a lot of safety. They drafted 3 safeties. They got Javon Bullard, Evan Williams, and Catano Ladapo. I like Catan and Javon Bullard, Evan Williams, but I like both Catan and Javon. I think they'll be really good, and this is going to be a really, really dangerous team. I think they could win the division if the Lions don't. I think NFC North will be a really tough division this year. And then we'll look at the Eagles. Eagles are, they lost some pieces. Kelsey retired, of course. They got Trevor Keegan. They drafted Mekhi Becton. I'm sure he'll be good under the Eagles O-line coach. They got Kenny Pickett in case Hurts gets hurt. They got Saquon. I don't like him though, so I don't think he'll do much. They got Devontae Parker, Ianiah Smith, but Johnny Wilson was a really good pickup late in the draft. I like that quite a bit. They got C.J. Uzomah. I like that pickup too. Amneem Dankwa. They got Gabe Hall. I love him. Just a big body to fill in there. They got Bryce Huff from the Jets. That was a good signing, but they paid him too much money. Jeremiah Trotter, I don't love him. We'll see what he can do. Jalix Hunt was a good pickup, just too early in the draft for me. They drafted Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, 2 just fantastic draft picks, and their secondary is going to be lethal. They got C.J. Gardner-Johnson back. Their secondary is going to be lethal. That is probably the scariest part about them. I think the Packers are going to make a statement. It's not really a home game because it's in Brazil, so it sucks that the Eagles have to waste one of their home games in in another country. But I think the Packers are taking this win here. Panthers Saints. All right, let's go over Panthers Saints here. All right. Let's go. We've been going for an hour and 17 minutes. And we're still on week 1. I told y'all, man, it takes over an hour to get through all these teams. But Panthers should be better this year, hopefully. They still got Andy Dalton to start if Bryce Young gets hurt. I like that. They got Jonathan Brooks too early, seeing as how he got hurt. But, we'll see how he can do. I think he'll be pretty good for them. Rashad Penny was a good pickup. Cheap. Xavier Legette is really good, and Deontay Johnson. Their wide receiver grouping should be really good this year. They got Jatavion Sanders. I've never liked him, but in the 4th, the value was good, so I'm fine with that. They got Robert Hunt, paid him all that money. Damian Lewis paid him all that money. So their O-line should be really improved this year. Bryce Young shouldn't be scrambling all around, at least not as much. Their tackles still need improvement, but their interior is fine. So they should be able to run the ball a lot more, a lot better. Anyway, Jordan Fuller is good. Jadeveon Clowney was a good signing. I think he'll be good. Maybe not as good without as great of a defensive coordinator. But Trevin Wallace was drafted way too early. Kentucky guy. I knew he would be drafted too early. I'm just glad it wasn't to a team that I like. Chow Smith-Wade, Washington State guy. He's good. I think he could get some starting snaps after year 1. They got Lamar Jackson, the cornerback. But overall, Panthers should definitely be better. They shouldn't be 2-15. Let's talk about the Saints here. Saints. Come on, baby. Saints. Derek Carr, stay healthy, please. But they got Spencer Rattler to be the heir to the throne. That was a good pick for them. They still got Jamal Williams. Hopefully he can kind of step it up. They could have a better running game. They got Cedric Wilson Jr., Bub Means, Jermaine Jackson, some low-key guys there. They got Tali Fuanga in the first. That was a really great pick for them. Kyle Hergel, I like. He's a good depth piece, as well as Izarim. They got Chase Young. I don't think he'll do much. I've never liked Chase Young. Christian Boyd was a good pickup. Good prospect overall. They got Willie Gay from the Chiefs. Really good signing. They're just stealing Chiefs players left and right. Hugo Amadi was a good signing for them. Jonathan Abram I like. Kool-Aid McKinstry, obviously. Great draft pick. And so was Jalen Ford. I think he'll start at some point this year. Overall, Saints should be good. I don't think they win the division, but I think they'll be good. But Panthers should be much improved. Their offensive line has gotten better. I'm going to go with the Panthers, actually, to get likely the upset. I think the Saints will probably be heavily favored here. Internet just came back on. It's been out for the past 8 hours. You're here. You're here like pretty much just at the right time. I've been talking about teams and their off seasons and drafts for an hour and a half pretty much at this point. So we're just about to get into week 2, and that's when it really starts to speed up. So you came at the right time. Vikings, Giants. Let's go over these two teams. No, please. Vikings, Giants. Let's talk about the Giants first. Giants lost Saquon. Not too much of a dent because I hate Saquon. Devin Singletary was a good signing. They got Tyrone Tracy Jr., Purdue guy. They got Drew Lock, who should be starting, honestly. He's really good. They got Malik Neighbors. Jalen Hyatt is due for a big year. Gunnar Olszewski, special teams guy, but I really like him. He should have at least one punt return touchdown. Dude, make note of that. Keep tabs. Gunnar Olszewski is going to have at least one punt return touchdown this season. I'm telling you, he's going to. Bryce Ford Wheaton should be higher on this list. He should be about here. He's way too low. Darren Waller retired. I thought he retired, so why is he still on there? But they got Theo Johnson, so that's a really good pickup for them. John Michael Schmitz hopefully is a little better. Their offensive line needs improvement. John Runyon, I'm not sure is going to help them too much. But they got Jermaine Illuminor. He's good. He should start over Evan Neal. I'm kind of sick of Evan Neal at this point. I think the Evan Neal experiment has gone horribly wrong. So just get rid of him, you know. Isaiah Simmons, good. They still got Bobby Okereke from last year. They traded for Brian Burns, worth a second-round pick. So I actually put a bet down on him to be Defensive Player of the Year. I would love for him to have a really good season so that I could get that bet to cash. Tyler Nubin was a good pick for them. I don't love him, but overall it was good value, so I think he'll be pretty good for them. Darius Masau is a good value pickup. Later on. So yeah, I think Giants will still be kind of ass. I don't think they'll be 6th overall pick ass, but I still think they'll be kind of ass. Now let's go to the Vikings here. Vikings lost some guys, but they gained some guys. They got J.J. McCarthy probably not starting. Sam Darnold will be the starter here. They got Aaron Jones, who, you know, Packers players just kind of wash up and then they go to the Vikings. That's just what happens. They did not get like the receiver that I wanted them to. I would have loved for the Vikings to take a receiver early. They didn't. They got N'Keal Harry. Sure, you know. But they didn't do what I wanted them to. That's fine. You don't have to. I'm not an NFL guy. They got Jerry Tillery. I think that was a good signing. Still got Jaquelin Roy from last year's draft. I always liked him. Good nose tackle. Ivan Pace Jr., their UDFA guy from last year, who was just amazing. They got Grenard from the Texans. They got Dallas Turner, of course, traded up for him. I would have loved if they traded up and got Brian Thomas Jr., but Dallas Turner, you can't go wrong with Dallas Turner Jr. They got Kyrie Jackson out of Oregon, way too early, if you ask me. Dallas Gant, UDFA guy, linebacker, from where? I don't remember. Come on, it's a blue school. From Toledo, yep. Yeah, baby. But Lewis Cine is too low here. Lewis Cine is way too low, and they got Gabriel Murphy in UDFA, who's also too low. But we've determined that ESPN knows nothing here. They got Shaq Griffin too. Forgot about that. But I'm gonna go with the Giants to win at home. I think Sam Darnold starting, he's not gonna be that great. And Giants defense should be able to slow down this Vikings offense. I think this is going to be like a 13-7 type of game, but I think Drew Lock will be able to move the ball just enough to be able to beat the Vikings. Hopefully he's starting. All right. Let's go over. We got Commanders, Buccaneers. What a game. Dude, the Bucs and Chiefs are on primetime later this year. That's insane to me. Why would they do that? Jaden Daniels should start. They also got Marcus Mariota and Sam Hartman, good practice squad QB. They got Austin Eckler, really good signing. I love Austin Eckler. So was Luke McCaffrey, was an amazing draft pick. I love him. I think he'll be really, really good. Maybe not on this team, but he's a really good receiver. Jamison Crowder. They got Ben Sinnott too early, if you ask me, but he'll be really good behind Zach Ertz. Tyler Biadasz is a good pickup for them. Ricky Stromberg from last year's draft, he should be kind of coming into his own here. I'd love for this Arkansas guy to get some starting time. I don't think he will. I don't think they'd start him over Allegretti, but I think he should kind of fill in for Cosme. I don't love him too much, so I'd love to see Stromberg kind of get a chance here. They got Frankie Louvu, of course, Jeremy Chin, some good guys. Juice is probably going to have another good season. Mikey Sainristil from Michigan, he's really good. We got the guy that the Flat Earther, Tyler Owens out of Texas Tech. So, we got Temple linebacker Jordan McGee. That was a good pickup for them. I think he'll be good behind Bobby Wagner. I think he'll kind of groom him into his own. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Commanders, honestly, I think could be a sneaky playoff team. I'm not going to say they'll make the playoffs, but I think they could be a sneaky playoff team. I could see them doing something here. Bucs got John Wolford, good for them. But they got Bucky Irving way too early in the draft, if you ask me. I do not like Bucky Irving at all. Why is he ahead of Chase Edmonds? I don't know. But they re-signed Mike Evans, of course. They got Jalen McMillan, who will be starting over Trey Palmer, I would hope. They got Devin Culp, draft pick in the 7th round, I believe. Good value. Graham Barton in the 1st. I don't think he should play center. I really don't like that if he plays center. But they don't have many other options. I think I'd rather put Cody Mauch at center and then slide Graham Barton over to right guard. I don't love the idea of first-year centers starting. But they have a veteran quarterback, so it's not as big a deal. Yaya Diaby, I love him. So can't wait to see what he does this year. Randy Gregory behind him. They got Judge Culpepper, UDFA. I like Judge. He's just got a fun name. They got Chris Braswell. He should get some starting time. I'd like to see what he can do because I've never really liked him, the Alabama guy, but I'd like to see what he can do. Tyke Smith, Georgia safety. I've always liked him a lot. I think he'll be really, really good, especially behind this stacked secondary. Overall, I think Bucs are going to be overrated, of course, just because of their season last year. I said last year that I had the Bucs making the playoffs last year. I was called crazy. They made the playoffs, and now everyone is going to think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't think they make the playoffs here. I'm actually going to go with the Commanders to get a shocking road win here. in Week 1. Then, Sunday Night Football, last game here that we have to talk about in Week 1. Rams versus Lions. Rams on the road. Look at that smile. Wow. UT Chattanooga in the first round. Look at that. Wow. Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, suspended because why wouldn't he be? They got Blake Corum, too high, if you ask me. Boston Scott was a good signing, though. They don't really have good receiver depth. I think they kind of lost all that. They traded Van Jefferson. They lost Skoranek. I think they should get I think they should sign someone that's still out there in free agency. Maybe trade for someone early in the season. They got Colby Parkinson, though. I like him. I think he'll be good for them. They got Jonah Jackson. Really good pickup. Can't wait to see Steve Avila start at center. Bo Limmer was a good draft pick. KT Leviston. I believe TCU. I'm wrong. Kansas State. It was a purple school, so cut me some slack there. But a good depth piece there nonetheless. I love that Noteboom is not starting anymore. That's really fun, but he should not be a tackle, I don't think. They traded an arm and a leg for Braden Fisk, so he better be starting, and he is. Yeah, I don't love the pick. I love the pick. I just don't love what they gave up for him. But still, Braden Fisk and Jared Verse, reuniting them, that's going to be really good. Tyler Davis, I like. Tuli Latuli Gasanoa, I think he has some potential. So I do like that they were able to get him on that team, and hopefully they can kind of get him on the roster. But he'll probably be a practice squad guy. Omar Spates, UDFA linebacker, but I like him quite a bit. They got Cam Curl late in free agency. Good signing for them. Good signing. Cam Kinch, really good value late in the third for them. He just doesn't have the athleticism that a lot of teams were looking for. That's why he fell so far, but he has the production. I like him quite a bit. Kenny Logan, Kansas guy. Good depth piece. Really good depth piece for them. I think the Rams could be... I think the Rams right now should be the betting favorites to win the NFC West. They're not, but I think they should be. Because, as long as Matt Stafford doesn't get hurt, I think they're a 13-win team. And last year, everyone had the Rams. Once again, same with the Buccaneers. Everyone had the Rams as a 4-win team, and I said the Rams were going to make the playoffs. And I was called crazy. I had them making the playoffs over the Seahawks. I was called crazy, but it happened. So, Jared Goff paid all that money. They got Sione Vaki, who I'm so glad is listed at running back here. Yes. He's listed at running back. Thank the Lord. He's not listed as safety. But their wide receiver core should be good with Donovan Peoples-Jones. Hold up. Got to text the girlfriend. All right. But Donovan Peoples-Jones should be a perfect complement to their wide receiver core. They lost Jonah Jackson, but the Giovanni Manu pick I still do not understand. Christian Mahogany was a really good pick though, so he's kind of a good replacement. Kingsley Egwakon is also really good as a depth piece, so I like him quite a bit. Aline McNeil, I like him on this team. Mekhi Wingo, LSU guy, just kind of a depth piece. I don't like him that much, but I like that he was able to find a home somewhere. Terrion Arnold and Ennis Rakestraw, these two picks are just insane. They're going to light this league on fire, this duo here. They are really good. Ennis Rakestraw, more of a slot guy, I think. But yeah, that's going to be a really good secondary, and that's the spot they needed to improve on the most. So this is going to be really interesting to see what they can do here. I think they're like a 10-win team. I think Packers could win the division over them. So, I'm not sure. I picked the Packers to win the division over them last year. I'm probably going to end up doing the same this year because I just like the Packers more. But here, I think this is a good revenge game. I think the Rams are going to take their revenge over the Lions here and get, I don't want to say an easy win, but they're going to get a win here. And look at that, NFC West, they're all undefeated here. Now, let's go over to next week, week 2. We got some good games here. Bills, Dolphins. Do I trust the Dolphins? No. How could I trust the Dolphins? How could I? At home, short week, both teams looking for a bounce back. Bills just lost to the Cardinals, who are expected to be really bad. I think Bills are going to come back. They're going to bounce back on a short week, and they're going to get this win against the Dolphins. Dolphins will likely be favored in this game if the Bills do lose to the Cardinals, but Bills get an easy bounce back win, I think. I think they win by multiple scores. Titans at Jets. Titans hosting Jets. As I said earlier, I think Titans are a sneaky wild card team. That their offense should be really good with Bill Callahan coaching that O-line. They got a lot better. And their defense is pretty good. They signed some good players. So I think they could be good. Depending on how Aaron Rodgers plays, I think the Jets are the biggest wild card mystery right now. We have no clue. I can close this tab. We have no clue what they're going to be. Even if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, are they going to be a good team? Who knows? They could, because Aaron Rodgers in his last year was on a 9-win team. There's no way of knowing. I'm going to go with an upset here, and I'm going to pick the Titans over the Jets. And Jets fall to 0-2. That's too bad, so sad. But I like the Titans, and I think they could be a wild card team this year. Jaguars hosting the Browns. Browns lost in week 1. I'm going to give them a bounce-back win here and knock off the Jaguars. I just think that defense is going to be way too much for the Jags. Jags didn't face a defense at all in week 1 against the Dolphins. So I think as soon as they collide with the Browns, I don't think they're going to be ready. And I think the Browns are going to be looking for a bounce back, and this is the perfect team to do it against. Ravens coming off that mini bye because they have the Thursday night football game. They lost, also looking for a bounce back, looking for their first win of the season. Home opener, off some extra rest. I think their defense is going to shut down, who is it? AOC, Gardner Minshew, one of them. I'm going to go with the Ravens here, but this could be a good game. I think this will be a good game. Raiders usually find a way to win against the Ravens, but I still have to pick the Ravens here. I just cannot pick the Raiders. I cannot do that. Broncos hosting the Steelers here. Broncos home opener. Bo Nix is going to have a rough showing going from facing Mike McDonald in his first ever NFL game to then facing Mike Tomlin and this Steelers defense. It's going to be rough. He's going to have a hell of a start to his season. I got to go with the Steelers there to get that win. Chiefs off a mini bye hosting the Bengals. Bengals are going to fall here easily, I think, by multiple scores. I hate that they put this in week 2. This should have been a week 8 matchup or a week 17 matchup. One of those, either in October or at the end of the season. But should not be in September. How does the league not learn that the Bengals are rusty as hell and will finish 1-3 in September? How? I don't know how they haven't learned, but they haven't. So what are you going to do? Packers Colts here. Colts, shockingly, to a lot of people, are going to fall to 0-2 here because I just believe too much in the Packers. I did last year, and it bit me in the ass. Not really. They still made the playoffs. They went to the second round of the playoffs, which was nice. That I was kind of proven correct there, but I also had them winning the division at 12 wins, I think. So that didn't happen, unfortunately. But Packers here, I think, are going to get a win. They're going to be 2-0 here. Colts, I like a lot. I just think that the Packers offense is going to be too powerful. And the Packers have a really good defense. Edgerrin Cooper and Tyron Hopper, they're not going to be... Packers are going to be probably the hardest team to run on. One of them. Packers are going to be one of the hardest teams to run on. And I think Colts are going to rely too much on their run game with both Jonathan Taylor and AR-15. If Joe Flacco is not starting, assuming he's not, I'm going to go with the Packers here because they're just going to shut down that run game. Panthers, Chargers. This is going to be, I think, another good game. Both teams are 1-0. I think I have to go with the Chargers here on the road. Jim Harbaugh is looking to take this team to somewhere it's never been. And he has the opportunity with 2 pretty easy games to open the season. He has the opportunity to kind of get some momentum, build something on defense, and kind of shut down these quarterbacks. I like the Chargers getting the win here. Seahawks on the road against the New England Patriots. Assuming Jacoby Brissett is still starting at this point, I don't think Drake May will start until halfway through the season at least. I think Seahawks have a good chance to go in and shut down this team. But this wide receiver room could be very, very tough for the Seahawks corners. I'm still going to pick the Seahawks to win this game, but I could see if Ryan Grubb's offense is not able to work out the way a lot of people hope, I could see this defense locking down Seattle's offense just completely. I think the Patriots' defense is really good. We'll see what it is without Bill Belichick, but I'm still going to go with the Seahawks to get this win here. Bears-Texans. This is going to be a really, really good matchup. It is Sunday Night Football. I fucking love that. I cannot wait to watch this game. This is going to be really, really fun to watch. Because this game, I think, this is like the Lions-Chiefs game last year. This game tells us whether the Bears are for real or they're just not. Or they're the same old Bears. And I can't wait to see. I am going to go with the Bears for an upset here. Bears jump to 2-0. I know I shouldn't be putting my faith in the Bears. I do it every year, except for last year. But I do it almost every year, and it always bites me in the ass. But I'm still going to go with the Bears here over the Texans. I like it quite a bit. All right, Niners-Vikings. This is going to be an interesting game. I think Niners probably take this one pretty easily, pretty handily. But overall, I think the Vikings defense does have a good chance to kind of get that pass rush going against the Niners, but I think that's about the only thing the Vikings will be able to do. I'm going to go with the Niners here to take this win. Cowboys-Saints. Cowboys at home opener for the Cowboys. 1 p.m. EST. Wait, no. Yes, 1 p.m. EST. Why does it say Green Mountain Time? I don't know. Yeah, Cowboys hosting the Saints. Yeah, I don't know. Cowboys are one of the teams that it's hard for me to predict, but they'll always kind of be at least middle of the pack, if not good. But Saints, I think Saints could get out to a strong start to start the season. They're 0-1 right now in here. I think they could win this game. I think this is going to be a sneaky good matchup. I'm still going to go with the Cowboys to win, but I would not be surprised if the Saints win this game and kind of make a statement here. Derek Carr getting healthier. I think it could happen. Commanders hosting the Giants early on, week 2. Wow. I like this. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be fun to watch. I usually like the Commanders-Giants games. I think here I'm going to go with Commanders. Dan Quinn, I think, is going to get that defense in check. And Jaden Daniels, I think, will have a lot of success running all over the Giants. I'm going to go with the Commanders there. Commanders are 2-0. Look at that. Lions hosting the Buccaneers. Lions are going to get that bounce back. They don't have a win. And I don't think they're going to lose 2 games in a row at home to start the season. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to go with the Lions to get that win. Playoff rematch. I like it. Can't wait to see it. I'm surprised they didn't put that as a primetime game, a playoff rematch. Cardinals hosting the Rams here. Cardinals are flying high and mighty here. Seahawks are not in the playoffs at 2-0. Cardinals are flying high and mighty here after beating the Bills in week 1, but they're going to come crashing down to earth when the Rams win their second road game in a row to open the season, knocking the Cardinals down a peg. Eagles hosting the Falcons here. I think Eagles get out to a really sluggish start and lose 2 back-to-back games. Lose back-to-back games to open the season. I have a lot of faith in the Falcons. I think they'll be really good. And I think the Eagles will be... Honestly, the Eagles could be this 4-win team that we saw from them a few years ago. I think they could be. Moving on to week 3. Thursday night football is Patriots-Jets. What's going on? Who's in the chat? Patriots-Jets is Thursday night football. We'll see how this goes. Jets beat the Patriots for the first time in like 16 games, I believe. At the end of the season, do they continue this streak? I don't know. Jets are one of the hard teams to predict. But I think I will go with the Jets here to get this win. Keep the Patriots winless here. But I usually would never pick the Jets to beat the Patriots, but it's not Bill Belichick anymore. So I don't know how the Patriots are going to be. It's hard to tell. Steelers facing the Chargers. At home, I think Steelers are probably going to get this win. Hand Harbaugh his first NFL loss as the Chargers head coach. But yeah, I think Steelers will get this win. Russell Wilson versus Justin Herbert. It's going to be fun to watch. I think I think this will be a good game, but I think the Steelers are just better matched for this game than the Chargers are. Bills off a mini bye on Monday Night Football. So that's basically a full bye then. Monday Night Football too. Bills off a mini bye hosting the Jaguars. Bills have a lot of rest. They're feeling nice and confident after beating the Dolphins. Doesn't matter. Jaguars own the Bills. This does not change. Jaguars own the Bills. This does not change. Bills fall to 1-2. Oh no, season's over. Titans hosting the Green Bay Packers. I could see the Titans getting this win here. Titans are always a really bad matchup for the Packers. Titans always play the Packers hard and tough. And I think the Titans may very well get a win here. This is going to be a fun game to watch. I think I go with Titans here. Getting that upset at home. Because I think the Titans are going to come out swinging, and they could possibly win their division. I had them winning the division last year, and they were the first team eliminated. That didn't work out, but I could see them winning it. All right, Danielle Hunter's return to Minnesota. Stephon Diggs' return to Minnesota. This is going to be a good game. I think Texans bounce back after losing to a Bears team that they did not expect to lose to at home. But I believe it's a short week. No, because they play it on Sunday Night Football. But yeah, this is going to be a fun game to watch. I think bounce back game for the Texans. I'm going to go with the Texans win here on the road. Colts versus Bears. Colts at home. Bears are on a high. Bears might be overlooking this game a bit. I think Colts are going to get their first win here in this game. Buccaneers hosting the Broncos. Oh, this is a rough one because, honestly, I want to keep both teams winless. I do, because I really do not believe in either team. But looking at this, I think the Bucs defense, he might be able to stop Bo Nix. Thing is, Sean Payton calling plays. It's going to be rough. This is going to be a rough game. This is going to be a close matchup. I think I'm going to go with Broncos to get their first win on the road here. Browns here hosting the New York Giants. The Browns defense should be able to shut down the Giants. And I think the Browns will be like an 11-win team this season. I am going to go with the Browns to get this win against the Giants. Seahawks at home hosting the Dolphins off a mini bye. Dolphins looking for a bounce back. They got some extra rest. I think the Dolphins wide receivers are a really bad matchup for Seattle. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here. Hand Seattle their first loss of the season. And Dolphins get their first win of the season against the Seahawks on the road. Raiders hosting the Panthers. This is a tough one here. I think I'm going to go with the Panthers. I don't think the Panthers will be able to run the ball too well against Christian Wilkins, but they have the interior offensive line to do so. I think they could run pretty well on that right side. Left side, excuse me. Against presumably Tyree Wilson, So I think they could. I think this is a good matchup. I think they'll be able to kind of torch their secondary, assuming that their offensive line can kind of hold out on the pass rush and give Bryce Young a little time to throw. I am going to go with the Panthers here to get this win. Cowboys hosting the Ravens. What a game. This is probably game of the week, I'm assuming. But Cowboys hosting the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to go in there and light up the Cowboys. It'll be interesting to see what the Cowboys defense looks like without Dan Quinn. That'll be very interesting to see. But I am going to go with the Ravens knocking down the Cowboys here. And then Falcons-Chiefs. Chiefs going on the road. I think they get this win. I don't think the Falcons are still really equipped enough to take on the Chiefs. I don't believe in Raheem Morris a lot. I just believe in this roster. So the Falcons could end up being a 4-win team because Raheem Morris just doesn't work out. That would suck. Can you move your face cam on Streamlabs to the top middle? It being top right covers the NFC West. Yeah, no problem. Sure. Maybe. Please. Oh my god. Do I not know how to fucking move this, dude? Okay, hang on. Oh, it's because I locked it. That's why. That's why. Okay. Okay, that should be better. Hopefully. I don't know. But that should be good. Yeah. It's because I fucking locked it. I did not mean to go into Discord. But I fucking locked it here. Whoops. Okay. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs to get the win here on the road. Let's see. Can I make it? Because then here you still can't see those teams really, right? When I'm like up here. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to see what I could do here. I wonder if I move it to like right here. If I centralize this bad boy. No, don't fucking do it up there. Like, what if I centralize this bad boy? How is that? That should be all right, right? That should be all right. Let me know how that is. I'm going to keep it there for right now. I'm going to keep it there for right now. Let me know how that is. But Bengals hosting the Commanders. I think this is going to be another Commanders win, honestly. I don't trust the Bengals in September. I do not. I have not for several years. But no, I got to give the Bengals the win here. I think they'll outmatch the Commanders heavily. I think their defense will be able to shut down this rookie quarterback. Saints hosting the Eagles, both winless teams. Eagles are seeking their first win, and they are going to get it against the Saints. Don't believe in the Saints very much. Nope. All right. Battle of two undefeated teams here between the Rams and the 49ers. 49ers on the road facing the Rams. Rams are going to take this easily, handily. I really trust the Rams. And I'm going to give the Lions this win on the road against the Cardinals here. All right. Now, Jags-Texans. That is a good game. So perfect. Perfect. Okay. So, Texans hosting the Jaguars. This is going to be a really good matchup. I can't wait to see this first matchup here. I think I go with Texans here at home. But the thing is, I could see this one going either way. This is going to be a good matchup. Can I give it a tie? Can I give it a tie, man? I can't. I can't hand out ties. Can I? Nah. No. Well. Nah, I'm not gonna hand out a tie. I'm not gonna do that because that's lame. I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that. I can't do it. I'm going to go with the Texans to get this win at home here. But this is a really close matchup. It could really go either way. It's impossible to tell for me. Colts going from 0-2 to now 2-2 against the Steelers. Jets off a mini bye. Going to beat the Broncos. Jets always beat the Broncos. What else is new? And Jets right now are leading the division at a nice hot 2-2. Chargers hosting the Chiefs. This is a really good game. This should be the season opener. Well, no, Chiefs hosting Chargers should be the season opener, not Chiefs hosting Ravens. But this is a really, really big game because this decides, are the Chiefs still going to rule the AFC West for another decade, or is Jim Harbaugh going to come in here and say, nah, fuck that shit. We do this shit my way. And is he going to make Andy Reid his little bitch? I say yes. I am a big, big believer in Jim Harbaugh, and I am going to go with the Chargers to beat the Chiefs in Week 4 at home and turn this league upside down. This will be, if the Chargers beat the Chiefs in their first matchup, this will be the biggest headline, in injuries aside, this will be the biggest headline in the NFL throughout the entire season. If Jim Harbaugh comes into this league and beats the Chiefs even by 7, he beats the Chiefs, this is a game to be talked about for forever. Jim Harbaugh has the chance to flip the NFL as we know it upside down and rewrite the script himself. And I want him to do it, and I hope he does it. Game of the week right here. Raiders hosting the Browns. I'm going to go with the Raiders to get an upset here. They're going to shut down their run game, I think. And I just think this is one of those games. Maybe there's a pick 6 or something. But that's just one of those upsets that happens there. Ravens hosting the Bills. I'm going to go with the Bills to get this win on the road. This one could go either way. Two very mobile quarterbacks. This has got to be Sunday Night Football. Yes, it is. I like that they're giving us some good games. Please. I haven't seen a bad game. Never mind. Don't need to talk about that one. That one's obvious. Dolphins fall to 1-3. Panthers hosting the Bengals. This game, I think, could go to the Panthers. I might give this game to the Panthers. Panthers really are only playing at 1 p.m. and 4:25 p.m. on Sundays throughout the entire season. That is insane. Insanely rude for the NFL to schedule it that way. This is rough. I think I'm going to go Panthers. Bengals are still going to be a little bit sluggish. Panthers are going to be 3-1. Incredible. Are they going to win their division? Who knows? No, they're not. But that's what will be talked about if the Panthers are 3-1. 49ers hosting the Patriots off a mini bye. I think this is going to be a 49ers win here. I don't think there's much to talk about there. Niners are just clearly the better team. Patriots are going to stay winless at 0-4. Flight Reacts is having a heart attack. Giants hosting the Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. Oh my God. Oh my God. It wouldn't be the NFL if we didn't have a primetime Cowboys-Giants game. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be the NFL if we did not have this horrible, disgusting matchup on primetime every fucking year. And they give it to us. I don't know why, but they give it to us. And I hate it. Packers hosting the Vikings. This is no question. Packers jump to 3-1 atop the division. Vikings stay winless. Rams on the road against the Bears. I think this could be a sneaky good game. And this could be a big upset for the Bears here. But I am going to go with the Rams to stay undefeated, 4-0 here for the Rams. Are the Rams the last undefeated team? Yes, they are. Rams are the last undefeated team in the league here. Shocker, stunner, that only one undefeated team left after week 4. How incredible is that? Buccaneers hosting the Eagles. This is going to be another win for the Eagles. Eagles always seem to beat the Buccaneers, not in the playoffs, but in the regular season they do. Except when the Buccaneers have Tom Brady, of course, because that's just cheating. Falcons hosting the Saints. Saints are going to get their first win here, upset over the Falcons, because that's how the NFC South is. All the divisional games go either way. Cardinals are going to get another win here at home against the Commies. But Monday Night Football, Lions hosting the Seahawks. You already know who's winning that game. Problem is, maybe because Pete Carroll isn't there, maybe the Seahawks don't win. I still got to go with the Seahawks. But instead of the usual shootout, 48-44, 37-31, this is going to be a defensive game, 13-10 type of game. All right, this better be Sunday Night Football. Fuck you. Why would you not make Stephon Diggs' game against Buffalo? Why would you not make that a primetime game? Fuck you, no. But I am going to go with a Bills win here. Bills will say, fuck that bitch, and knock Stephon Diggs on his ass. Jaguars hosting the Colts, of course, Duval. Colts are not losing this game. Colts are not winning this game. That is going to the Jags. Bengals hosting the Ravens. They're finally out of September, so they can win this game. Thank the Lord for them. Patriots hosting the Dolphins. Patriots are going to get their first win of the season here. I don't believe in the Dolphins. I believe their roster is really good. I don't believe in the Dolphins, though. Broncos hosting the Raiders. Big surprise. Raiders win 17-16. Who would have thought? Vikings hosting the Jets. This is going to be the Vikings here. Vikings are going to get their first win of the season. And the Jets are going to be a little upset after that one. Commanders hosting the Browns. I'm going to give this one to the Browns. Defensive showcase against a rookie quarterback. Steelers hosting the Cowboys. Cowboys off the mini bye. You got to give this to the Cowboys. And Chiefs hosting the Saints. You got to give this to the Chiefs. No way. Chargers are on a bye week start week 5. That is so rough. Oh man, that is so rough for those teams. That is awful, man. Fuck. Sorry about that. All right. Falcons hosting the Bucks. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Short week though, but I'm gonna go with the Falcons to get this win at home. Bears Panthers. Love to see this. This is gonna be a good matchup. Caleb Williams versus Bryce Young. This is gonna be Sunday Night Football. No, it's not. So Thursday night, Monday night. That's Monday night. What is Sunday night? Is this Sunday night? What is the Sunday night game? It's Steelers Cowboys. Okay. All right, you know what? That's not too bad. That's actually not too bad. I don't hate that. That'll be fine. That'll be fine to watch. It'll be fine to watch. The Titans have a week 5 bye. How unfortunate. Yeah. What do you think? Should I for like on this channel? Should I? Because I'm gonna be streaming live streaming all the Seahawks games, doing my play-by-play, of course. Unless it's the week 4 Monday night game where it's on ABC, so I won't be able to do that. So that's the one game that I won't be able to stream. But should I also stream the primetime games as well? Let me know. If it's an intriguing primetime matchup, a very intriguing one, I might do a play-by-play. I think I wouldn't have the energy to do a stream for every primetime game every single week for the entire season. I think maybe one primetime game a week, if that. But it would have to choose. Maybe what I'll do throughout the season is that every week we'll pick one of the games, Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and I'll put up a poll, and we will vote. Everyone will vote which game we think is the best and which game I should stream. Maybe that's what we'll do. Because, yeah, I like to, primetime games, I like to usually, especially the ones wrapping up the season, I like to just have on in the background while I'm kind of, playing video games, stuff like that. It's always relaxing. I always like it. But Bears hosting Panthers. I'm going to give the Bears a win here over the Panthers. I think they're just well-equipped for it. Niners hosting the Cardinals. Give that to the Niners, man. You got to give that to the Niners. You can enter scores here. You can enter scores. No point in doing that. What I will do, I'll do weekly predictions, and then when I do my weekly predictions, that is when I will enter scores. But we got still the rest of this video of predictions. We got 2 more live streams of my full season predictions. And, yeah, so we're not there yet. Seahawks hosting the Giants off a mini bye. I don't believe in the Giants very much. I think their offense will be shut down by the Seahawks. Rams hosting the Packers. This is going to be a really good game. This should be game of the week. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch it because I'll be watching the Seahawks game. But this will be a really good game. I cannot wait for this. I'm going to go with the Packers to get an upset over the Rams here. No more undefeated teams. Look at that. Week 5, already no undefeated teams. That's how I like to do things. Titans off the bye week hosting the Colts. This is going to be a Titans win. Titans are 4-1. Who would have thunk it? Me. Patriots hosting the Texans. Patriots are going to get an upset win at home here. Raiders hosting the Steelers. I'll give this one to the Steelers. Broncos hosting the Chargers off a bye. Give it to the Chargers, baby. I'm going to give this one to the Bills here on the road. Bears hosting the Jags. I'm going to give this one to the Jags. Ravens are going to take this. Eagles off a bye hosting the Browns. I think I have to give this one to the Eagles. And the AFC North is just, man. Giants hosting the Bengals. I'll give this to the Bengals. I believe in the Bengals. I do. I really do. Seahawks and Niners off a short week. Seahawks at home. I'm giving this one to the Niners. I don't think the Seahawks will win this game. Packers hosting the Cardinals. Easy win for the Packers. Saints hosting the Bucks off a mini bye. I'm going to give this one to the Bucks. Bucks take their first win of the season. Look at that. This will be a good game Sunday night. No, what's the Sunday night game, man? Giants. Oh, Giants, Bengals. Why? Why wouldn't you put Lions, Cowboys up? Oh, man. Why wouldn't you put that? That was such a good game last year. Why wouldn't you put that on prime time? Oh, man. This is a good game. This is hopefully a good game. But Bengals, Giants, man? Bengals better be wearing their whiteout unis. But this will be a good game. I'm going to go with the Lions to get the win on the road. Coming off a bye. I'll give that to them. Panthers hosting the Falcons off a mini bye. I'll give this one to the Panthers here. I hope I can get to Seahawks Cardinals on November 24th. I'll be off school. Perfect game to go to. Nice. Is that in Seattle or in Arizona? That one is in Seattle. Nice. Nice. Man, I want some mozzarella sticks right now. Some mozzarella sticks. Dude, I had the fucking... Dude, this is the thing that happened. I was at work. I went on break, went to this Chinese place, got some food, put my debit card in my pocket, forgot about it until I was leaving work, took my wallet out, my card wasn't in my pocket, and I go, oh, fuck. I did a quick search, make sure it didn't fall out of my car. It wasn't in there. I went on my mobile banking app, canceled my card just in case somebody found it, picked it up. So I canceled it, ordered a new one. Then the next day, I pull into work, get out of my car, and it is sitting right there in the parking lot. It was underneath my car, so that's why I didn't see it. Underneath my car, and that fucking sucks. Because if I had opened my door and looked slightly under my car, I would have had it. And now I have to wait until hopefully Friday to get my new card, but most likely next week. So I have $20 cash on me to last until I get my new card. I could always go to the bank to get money out, but the thing is I can't do that because my next day off is Tuesday. So I can't do that because banks are closed on Sunday. That's my next day off is Sunday, but banks are closed. So kind of fucked, you know. If I really need like money, I will literally have to ask my mom to transfer money and get cash out. So that's it. That's the scenario. That sucks. Why did I bring that up? I don't remember why I brought that up, but I guess I just needed to rant about it a little bit. All right, Jags hosting the Patriots. Give that to the Jags, of course. Jags are still behind. Colts hosting the Dolphins. Dolphins off a bye. I'll give the Dolphins this win. Bills hosting Titans. I will give the Titans the upset win here. Browns hosting Bengals. Give that to the Browns, baby. Steelers hosting Jets. Give that one to the Jets. Saints hosting Broncos on Thursday Night Football. Oh my God, this is Sunday night. Wow. Thursday Night Football. Saints hosting the Broncos. Wow, this is a fun matchup. Sean Payton versus the Saints. Sean Payton's got to get a revenge game against the Saints. He just has to, man. That's got to be a win there for the Broncos easily, I think. Packers hosting Texans. This should be the primetime game. Why don't you put this on Sunday Night Football, please? Okay. Well, I'm going to go with the Texans to get this win here. Rams coming off a bye are going to annihilate the Raiders. Jimmy G revenge game there. Niners off a mini bye. This should be... How is that not primetime? Niners off a mini bye, hosting the Chiefs off a regular bye. I'm going to go with the Niners here to get this win. I don't think the Niners lose this game. At home, I don't think they do. Buccaneers hosting the Ravens on Monday night. 2 Monday night football games. One at 9, one at 8:15. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers to get an upset win at home here on primetime. And Cardinals hosting the Chargers. I'll go with the Cardinals. 2 upset wins here on Monday Night Football. Vikings off a bye hosting the Lions. I'm going to go with the Vikings to upset here. Falcons hosting the Seahawks on a mini bye. Seahawks lose 2 in a row. That's too bad. I just believe in the Falcons too much. Giants hosting the Eagles. I will give this one to the Eagles here. And Commanders hosting the Panthers. Commanders are going to take it. All right. Texans hosting the Colts. I think Colts win this one. Upset here. Browns hosting Ravens. Give me the Ravens here. And give me the Patriots to beat the Jets, of course. Raiders hosting Chiefs. Chiefs are going to win this one. I mean, Chiefs lost to the Raiders last year and then still won the Super Bowl. So, come on. This one, is this a London game? It is not. Interesting. I would have thought this was a London game. It's not. I'm going to go with the Jaguars at home to actually get a big upset win and really help out their season here. Dolphins hosting the Cardinals. I'll give that win to the Dolphins. I think the receivers will light them up. Lions are going to get a bounce-back win here. Seahawks hosting the Bills. Seahawks are going to lose 3 straight. And that's really too bad. It's a rough schedule. Chargers hosting the Saints. Chargers are going to get a bounce-back here. Broncos off the mini bye are going to get this win at home. Bengals going to get this win over the Eagles. Steelers are going to lose at home on Monday Night Football to the Giants. Upset win there for the Giants. Rams Thursday Night Football hosting the Vikings. Short week. I think the Rams still win. Vikings coming off a big win over the Lions. Buccaneers hosting the Falcons. That's going to be a Buccaneers win because this division is just split, Commanders hosting the Bears off a bye. I'm going to go with the Commanders here, actually. Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams. That is going to be such a good matchup. And Niners are going to destroy the Cowboys as per usual. What else is new? All right. Jets hosting the Texans. I'm going to give this one to the Jets here. Jets with an upset win. Jets actually destroyed the Texans last year, even with C.J. Stroud. I'm going to give that defense the same worth here. Patriots are going to beat the Titans. I feel like they typically beat the Titans. Dolphins on the road are going to get an upset win here as well. Bengals are going to win here at home. Ravens are going to win at home. And Browns are going to get a big upset win over the Chargers at home. Vikings coming off the mini bye, still going to lose to the Colts here. Eagles hosting the Jags are going to lose. Jags are just too good right now. Monday Night Football. This is the primetime matchup that I was confused about. Why do you think the Buccaneers are going to be that good? I don't know, but Chiefs are going to win this one. Giants are going to beat the Commanders. Is this Sunday Night Football? No, what is Sunday Night Football here? Sunday Night Football is... Okay, Eagles-Jags is actually good. I like that. Eagles-Jags, that is good. All right. So the primetime games this week are actually not too bad. I think Bucks-Chiefs could be a close game. Then we got Falcons-Cowboys. I'm going to give this one to the Cowboys on the road. Panthers-Saints. I'll give this one to the Saints. Upset win here. Cardinals hosting the Bears. Give me the Bears. The Bears. All right, Seahawks hosting the Rams, coming off a mini bye. Rams are going to get this, and Seahawks are going to lose 4 straight games. Yeah, it really sucks, man. Green Bay Packers hosting the Lions. I got to go with the Packers at home here. I just have to go with the Packers at home. I wish that was a Sunday Night Football game, but just too many good games this week. Ooh, Ravens hosting Bengals. This is going to be a win for the Ravens. I love it. Chiefs are going to win this game. Colts hosting the Bills. I'm going to go with the Colts for an upset win there. And Chargers hosting Titans. Give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. Bears hosting Patriots. Give me the Bears. Commanders hosting Steelers. Steelers off a bye are going to beat the Commanders there. Jags are going to get upset by the Vikings here. Cardinals facing the Jets off a mini bye. Give me the Cardinals here to get this win. Texans off a mini bye against the Lions. Give me the Lions there. Texans are last in the division right now. That is too bad. But Rams hosting the Dolphins on Monday Night Football. That should be a good game. I'm actually going to go with the Dolphins to get a big upset win here. And Dolphins are ahead of their division here. Panthers hosting Giants. Give me the Giants. Is this Sunday Night Football? I swear to God. Oh, this is the Germany game, I believe. Yeah, that's the Germany game. How do we see the draft order past this? Seahawks are on a bye. Saints hosting the Falcons. Give me the Saints there. And look at how tight this division is. Buccaneers hosting the Niners off a bye. I'm going to go with a big, huge upset win for the Buccaneers here. It was really close the last time they played, too. I think they could get an upset win here. Cowboys hosting the Eagles. Cowboys are going to win that. Try to secure their spot atop the NFC East. They go on to the next week. Raiders going to the Dolphins off a bye. I'm going to go with the Raiders for an upset win there. Christian Wilkins revenge game. Steelers hosting the Ravens. Give me the Steelers. Chargers are going to lose to the Bengals coming off that mini bye. Bills are always going to beat the Chiefs. I will always pick the Bills to beat the Chiefs. Jets are going to lose to the Colts here. Titans are going to beat the Vikings. Saints hosting the Browns off a bye. Got to give that one to the Browns. Patriots, Rams. Got to give that to the Rams easily. Lions, Jags is a really good game. I wish that was a Sunday Night Football because Colts, Jets, man. This should be Sunday Night Football. That's a really good game. I'm going to go with the Lions to get this win here. Broncos hosting the Falcons. I'll give the Broncos an upset win over the Falcons here. And Cowboys hosting Texans. Wow. An all-Texas game. This should be a Thanksgiving game, man. It really should be a Thanksgiving game. But that is next week. No, not even. I don't think. That's 2 weeks from now. From this week. Because Thanksgiving is on the 28th. I'm going to go with the Texans to get a good, strong road win here. Eagles hosting the Commanders are going to get that win. Bears versus Packers off a bye. Packers win that. I'm going to give this to the Niners here. Seahawks have lost 5 straight. Seahawks always lose after the bye, too. So it's just bad luck there for the Seahawks. Bad luck on the scheduling there. Thursday Night Football, Browns hosting Steelers. I'm giving this one to the Steelers here. Texans, Titans. Give this to the Texans. Dolphins, Patriots. I'm giving that to the Dolphins. Raiders always beat the Broncos. Raiders are going to keep up that streak. Chargers, Ravens. We got Harbaugh Bowl. I'm going to go with the Ravens to get this win. But this could go either way. It could go either way. I'm going to go with the Lions to beat the Colts here. Panthers off a bye. Still don't really have a chance, I don't think. Bears are going to beat the Vikings here. 2 teams coming off a bye. This is a good matchup. I think I go Buccaneers, but it could go either way. I could see it go either way. Commanders hosting the Cowboys. Commanders are going to get a huge upset win here. Seahawks hosting the Cardinals off a bye. Seahawks are going to get their first win in what feels like years. Green Bay Packers hosting the Niners. This should be Sunday Night Football. Why is it not? Oh, because this game. That makes sense, though. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers to get this win, and I'm going to go with the Rams to get this win over the Eagles. Chiefs Raiders on Black Friday football. Of course, Black Friday football. Why wouldn't you do that? I'm going to go with the Chiefs there. Patriots, Colts. Give me the Colts. Bengals off a bye, hosting the Steelers. I'll take the Bengals there. Jags off a bye. Jags are going to win in Duval. Broncos are going to lose to the Browns here. Packers, Dolphins on Thanksgiving. That is a good game, and I got to go with the Packers there. Falcons off a bye are going to win this game against the Chargers. Most likely an upset. Jets off the bye are going to lose to the Seahawks. I don't think that defense is gonna crumble. Boner mine is without his card. Prepaid Visa. Put all your cash on it. Nice. Commanders, Titans. This is an interesting one. I could see the Titans taking this. I could see the Commanders taking this. I'm going to go with the Titans to get this win on the road here. But this could go either way, really. Ravens hosting the Eagles. I'm going to give the Eagles the road win here. And Bills off the bye are going to take this win against the Niners. Thanksgiving Day football. Lions hosting the Bears. And the Lions are going to win this, of course. And Cowboys hosting the Giants. Cowboys win that. I mean, they wouldn't lose on Thanksgiving against the Giants. Vikings hosting Cardinals. I'm going to give the Vikings a win here. Saints off the bye are going to get a massive upset win over the Rams, putting them down 9-3. And Panthers hosting the Bucks here. I'm going to give the Panthers a win. And let's look at our standings. Here we sit. The beginning of Week 14, beginning of December. Here are the standings. We got Chiefs as the 1 seed in the AFC. At 9-3, we got Jags as the 2 seed, Bengals as the 3 seed, Bills as the 4 seed, Titans 5 seed, Browns 6 seed, Ravens 7 seed. We got in the NFC, Packers 1 seed, Rams 2 seed, Cowboys 3 seed, Panthers 4 seed. Wild card, we got Niners 5 seed, Lions 6 seed, and Eagles 7 seed. This means the Lions would be on the road against the Rams in round 1. That would be incredible. That's not true. That's not true at all. Lions would be facing the Cowboys. What am I talking about? I'm sitting here thinking that the Eagles would be facing the 1 seed Packers. Forgot about the bye. Forgot about the bye, man. That's my bad. That's my bad. I'm thinking it's NBA playoffs, so I'm just thinking NBA. So I forgot about the bye. So that's my bad. Titans hosting the Jags. Give them the Jags to get this win here on the road. Steelers hosting Browns. Steelers take this for sure. Dolphins are going to get this win at home against the Jets. And Chiefs are going to get this win over the Chargers. They lost the first one, but they're not going to lose the second one. Give me the Raiders to upset the Buccaneers here. I don't know if it's an upset. Both teams are not going to be that great. Rams hosting the Bills. This is going to be a really good game. Give me the Rams to get this win. And Cowboys hosting the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Bengals to get that win. But that's a toss-up. That's a really good game on Monday Night Football. Packers hosting the Packers, and it says coming off mini bye. They both played Thanksgiving, so it's not a mini bye. It's just a full week. I'm going to go with the Lions to take that win, though, and both teams are 9-4 atop the division. Vikings hosting the Falcons. Give me the Vikings to get an upset win here over the Falcons. And the Giants to get an upset win over the Saints. And the Eagles to beat the Panthers. This is not the week for the NFC South. Every team in the NFC South goes winless this week. I'm going to go with the Seahawks on the road over the Cardinals. Seahawks sit at 7-6, 2-3 in the division. Niners hosting the Bears. I will go with the Niners here. Texans off the bye are going to beat the Dolphins there. Not the Bengals. But Titans hosting the Bengals. Brian Callahan revenge game there. Titans win it. Jaguars hosting the Jets. I'm going to go with the Jets upset win over the Jaguars. Browns hosting Chiefs. I will go with the Browns upset win hosting the Chiefs there. That's going to be a good game. Can't wait to watch it. Broncos off a bye versus Colts off a bye. I'm going to go with the Broncos at home. Upset win. Bo Nix is probably coming into his own late in the season here. Ravens off the bye on the road against the Giants. Give me the Ravens here. And Chargers hosting the Bucks. Give me the Chargers trying to bounce back. Get their early season zest. Cardinals hosting the Patriots off a bye. Give me the Patriots there. Lions hosting the Bills. I will take the Lions here. The Lions jump to first in the division. Eagles hosting the Steelers. Give me the Steelers to get this win over the Eagles. Raiders hosting the Falcons. I will take the Falcons here. Thursday Night Football. Niners hosting the Rams. Give me the Niners. Niners jump to first in the division. I did not mean to click on the Niners. No, please. All right, Saints hosting the Commanders. Commanders off a bye. I am still going to go with the Saints here to get this win. Panthers hosting the Cowboys. Give me the Panthers to upset the Cowboys here at home. Seahawks hosting the Packers. I'm going to go with the Packers to get this win. I just think the Packers are too much for the Seahawks here. Vikings hosting the Bears. Give me the Bears to get that win over the Vikings on Monday Night Football. 2 Monday night games there. Sunday Night Football is what? That's... Oh, yeah, Packers-Seahawks is Sunday Night Football. All right, Week 16. Now's the time we're worrying about playoffs here. Only 3 weeks left. Chargers are fighting to get in. Texans are fighting to get in. Colts fighting to get in. Browns fighting to get in. Dolphins fighting to get in. Patriots and Jets are out of it. All right, Bears fighting to get in. Seahawks fighting to get in. Everybody in the NFC South is fighting to get in. Commanders pretty much out of it. Giants pretty much out of it. Cardinals pretty much out of it. Vikings pretty much out of it. Here, I'm going to go with the Bengals to get a win on Thursday Night Football. That really hurts the Browns' chances at getting in, taking that loss there in the division. Browns are 1-4 in the division. How crazy is that? Browns are 1-4 in the division, 7-3 against all other teams. All right, Chiefs hosting the Texans. I'm going to go with the Texans upset here over the Chiefs. What a great game. It'll be great. Ravens hosting the Steelers. Give me the Ravens on Saturday to get that win. All right, Colts hosting Titans. I'll go with the Colts upset at home. Bills over Patriots. Of course, I got to do it. And Chargers are going to get this win over the Patriots here. Raiders hosting the Jags. I'm going to go with the Raiders here. Knock the Jags down a peg. And the Jags were not expecting that. Jets hosting the Rams. I think Jets get an upset win here over the Rams. Jets are 6-9. Dolphins hosting the Niners. Dolphins also going to get an upset win here over the Niners. They are fighting for the playoffs. Everything is on the line. Bears hosting the Lions. This is going to be a Lions win. Heartbreaker to lose that game for the Bears. Vying for a playoff spot. Falcons hosting the Giants. Falcons are going to take this and jump to first in their division. Commanders hosting the Eagles. Commanders are going to get an upset win. And, man, that hurts the Eagles' chances at getting into the playoffs. Panthers hosting the Cardinals. Cardinals are going to win this game. And, yeah, that hurts for the Panthers. Seahawks are going to beat the Vikings at home. Seahawks jump to 8-7. They are the 7th seed currently. Cowboys hosting the Buccaneers. I'm going to go with an upset. Buccaneers win this as well. So both the Eagles and Cowboys lost this week. Both sit at 7-8. Packers hosting the Saints. I go with the Packers to win this game. They jump back ahead in their division. Man, this is heating up here in the NFC North. All right, Chiefs, Steelers. Steelers at home Christmas Day are going to get an upset over the Chiefs. Chiefs fall to the 2 seed. Steelers jump into the playoffs. Steelers will not have a losing season. Steelers end with a winning record. Big surprise. Texans are going to upset the Ravens at home here. Texans jump into the playoff picture. Bengals are going to get this win over the Broncos. Bengals jump to 11-5 and are trying to secure that 1 seed. But they need to win their last game, or they need the Chiefs to lose their last game, because Chiefs have the tiebreaker over the Bengals. Now we got Patriots hosting the Chargers. I'm going to go with a Chargers win here. Chargers jump to 8 seed. Still not in the playoffs. They need to win in their last week. Jaguars hosting the Titans. I think Jaguars are going to get this win. If the Titans get this win, they are in the playoffs, in the playoff picture. But Jags are going to get this win here at home. Jags jump to the 2 seed. Bills hosting Jets. I will take the Bills here. And Browns hosting the Dolphins. This is a rough one. Whoever wins this one is looking good in the playoff picture. Whoever loses, rough. Browns at home. I'm going to go with a Browns win here. Browns are jumped to 9-7 at the 8 seed. Colts are fighting for a playoff spot over the Giants. Giants are going to play upset. Knock the Colts to 8-8. Saints fighting for that division title. They need to win out here, and they need some help. They're gonna start off with a win here. They're gonna start off with a win, and they're looking good if they still want this division. Bears hosting the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football. Bears fighting for a Seahawks. Bears fighting for a playoff spot. Seahawks fighting for a playoff spot day after Christmas. This is a rough game. This is a rough matchup for both teams. This is going to be sloppy, dirty. I'm going to go with the Bears to take this win, knock the Seahawks down to an 8 seed. They jump to the 7 seed. Rams hosting the Cardinals. This is a win. Commanders hosting the Falcons. Falcons win this game, and they are in the playoffs. They win their division. And it's not that simple. Commanders win it. And look at the Commanders here. Commanders 7-9. Eagles 7-8. Cowboys 7-8. Commanders have a chance to win this division. Commanders have a chance to get a playoff spot. Vikings hosting the Packers. Vikings are going to upset the Packers, who are fighting for the 1 seed and the first place in that division. Buccaneers hosting the Panthers. Winner of this game stays alive for the division. Loser of this game is eliminated from the postseason. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers at home to get this upset. Panthers are going to be eliminated from playoff contention here. Eagles hosting the Cowboys. Give me the Eagles to get this win here. And the Cowboys fall to third in the NFC East. Niners hosting the Lions. This is going to be a Niners win. Packers jump right back up to first in their division. Now we got last week, week 18 in the NFL. Looking at this, Bengals 1 seed 11-5. Steelers 5 seed 9-7. Ravens 7 seed 9-7. Jags 2 seed 10-6. Texans 6 seed 9-7. Chiefs are the 3 seed at 10-6, and Bills are 9-7 at the 4 seed. Packers hold the 1 seed at 11-5. Lions right on their tail at 11-5. They have the 6 seed. Bears 8-8 hold the 7 seed. Niners 11-5 hold the 2 seed. Rams 11-5 hold the 5 seed. Both fighting to win the division. Eagles 8-8 hold the 3 seed. Commanders and Cowboys are fighting for this division as well. Buccaneers hold the division as of right now. Falcons and Saints are fighting for it. current in the hunt teams: Browns at the 8 seed, Chargers at the 9 seed, Dolphins at the 10 seed. Then we got Seahawks 8 seed, Commanders 9 seed, Cowboys 10 seed, Falcons and Saints fighting for their division. They cannot get in on a wild card spot. They need to win the division. Raiders hosting the Chargers. Chargers are going to win this game here, and they jump into a playoff spot at 10-7, knocking the Ravens out of it. Broncos, Chiefs. If the Broncos win this game, Chargers win the division. Chargers won't get this lucky, though. Chiefs are going to win the division. Titans, Texans. Titans win this game and knock the Texans out of it. Texans win this game. They are in the playoffs, most likely. I'm going to go with a Titans upset here to knock the Texans out of the playoffs, keep C.J. Stroud from a back-to-back playoff run. It's unfortunate. Colts are going to beat the Jaguars at home. Jaguars will win this division. All other teams in the AFC South finish 9-8. Steelers hosting the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Steelers to get this win here. Jump to 5 seed. Ravens hosting Browns. Browns win this. Browns are in the playoffs. Ravens win this. Ravens in the playoffs. Give me the Ravens to win this game. Bills against Patriots. Patriots hosting. Patriots are going to try to play spoiler here. And Dolphins, Jets. This is an intriguing one. It sure is. Because if the Dolphins win here, they knock the Bills out of the playoffs, and Dolphins win the division. Give me a Dolphins win here. Dolphins win the division. Bills are out of the playoffs. I picked the Bills to miss the playoffs last year as well. They should have, but they had a late season run. This game, very intriguing here. Seahawks win it. Seahawks are in the playoff picture. Rams win it, and Rams are the number 1 seed. This is a toss-up. Seahawks lost both games against the 49ers. Are they going to lose both games against the Rams as well? 2 years in a row? I don't know. I think it could be different this year, coming off the mini bye for their last week. I'm going to give the Seahawks a win here. Seahawks sit at the 7 seed. Cardinals hosting Niners. Give me the Niners, who jump to the 1 seed. And the Niners win the division. Rams could not take care of business. Packers, Bears. This is an intriguing one because if the Bears win, Bears are in the playoffs. If the Packers win, Packers are the 1 seed. Give me the Bears to play upset, knocking the Seahawks out of the playoffs. It did not matter. Seahawks needed help. Another year. Seahawks needed help from the Packers beating the Bears this time instead of the other way around, but it did not work out that way, unfortunately. Seahawks took care of their own business, winning a very hard game on the road against the Rams. Did not get it. So Bears jump to the 7 seed here. Commanders, Cowboys. This is a game. Cowboys win it. They jump up here. And Commanders win it. They jump up into second in the division. The thing is, they would need the Giants to beat the Eagles on the road, and then they would win this division. So whoever wins this game wins the division, barring a Giants win against the Eagles. I'm going to have the Cowboys win this game. We'll see what happens here later on. All right, Buccaneers hosting the Saints. Saints win this. Falcons are currently in. And then if the Panthers win, Saints are in. So Saints need a Panthers win, and they need to win. They win the division. However, Buccaneers win, and it doesn't matter if the Falcons win. Buccaneers win the division. Give me a Saints win. Saints upset win here over the Buccaneers, eliminating them from the playoffs. It's now between... I like how all the games are set at 4 a.m. It's now between the Saints and the Falcons for this division. Lions hosting the Vikings. Lions win this game. I believe they are the number 1 seed. Nope. Lions win this game, and Niners are still the number 1 seed. But Vikings win this, and Packers win the division. Give me the Lions to win the division. Packers still make the playoffs as the 5 seed at 11-6. Falcons are going to win this game. Falcons win the NFC South, and Eagles win this game. Eagles win the NFC East. Cowboys are shockingly eliminated from the playoffs, alongside the shocking eliminations from the Bills, the Texans, and the Browns. That is it for the regular season. Let's go to our playoff matchups here and see how this looks. If it works. It's slow. It's lagging. It's lagging behind a bit. So, we got the 2 seed Bengals hosting the 7 seed Chargers, the 3 seed Jags hosting the 6 seed Ravens, 4 seed Dolphins hosting 5 seed Steelers. Chiefs are on a bye right now. So we got Niners on the bye. We got Lions hosting Bears, Eagles hosting Rams, and Falcons hosting Packers. Let's start with the AFC. I am going to go with a Steelers upset win over the Dolphins in round 1. I'm going to go with a Ravens upset win over the Jaguars in round 1. And I'm going to go with a Bengals win over the Chargers in round 1. Now, Packers over the Falcons, Rams over the Eagles, and Lions over the Bears. This is looking to be a good playoff series here. Bengals hosting the Steelers. Bengals are going to take this win. And then Chiefs hosting Ravens. A rematch of Week 1 and the AFC Championship of last year. Only this time, the Ravens are going to get the upset win over the Chiefs in the divisional round at Arrowhead. Never happened before. It's going to happen this year. Ravens Bengals AFC Championship game. Lions hosting the Packers. This is an amazing game, and I really hope we get to see this in the playoffs. Lions Packers. I'm going to go with an upset win. Packers win against the Lions. Packers move on to the NFC Championship game with Jordan Love in just his second year in the starting role for the Packers. Now we got Niners hosting Rams. This is quite the matchup as well. This is quite the matchup. Niners typically always beat the Rams in the playoffs and in the regular season. Not in the playoffs, in the regular season. But I'm going to go with the Rams to get this win here. And we got some really good matchups here. Ravens on the road against the Bengals. This is a tough one. This is a tough one to choose. This could really go either way. And then we got Packers hosting Rams. This one I don't think does go either way. I think this one is easily a Rams win. I think Rams win handily by at least 11 points. Moving to the Super Bowl. And Bengals versus Ravens. Bengals are going to get this win here. And we get a Super Bowl rematch. Rams-Bengals. What a game this is. What a game this is. And it's not showing me my Super Bowl. Show me the Super Bowl, please. It's not showing me the Super Bowl. Dude, it did this last year, I think, too. It just won't show the Super Bowl matchup. Well, anyway. Rams-Bengals Super Bowl. That is my early prediction for the Super Bowl. I'm going to go with the Bengals to get a Super Bowl revenge game over the Rams. What a game that would be. What a game that would be. Bengals, for my immediate schedule release NFL predictions, I picked the Bengals to win the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. Last year it worked out horribly for me. Let's see how it works out this year. But I got Bengals over Rams in the Super Bowl. 11-5 only gets you a 6th seed in the NFC. Yeah, NFC is going to be really tough. But man, what a season this would be. So many good playoff matchups and so many shockers that were left out of it. So that is going to be it. I have Bengals winning, Seahawks missing the playoffs, Cowboys missing the playoffs, Bills missing the playoffs, Texans missing the playoffs, Browns missing, Colts missing, Chargers make it. Very nice. Falcons make it, Bears make it, Packers make it, Rams make it. Really, really good looking season if this happens. Of course, not for the Seahawks, but 9 wins is still very fun to root for. That's 9 whole games of cheering and hooting and hollering, and that's 9 weeks of happiness. You know, I won't ask for much more than that. 9-8 is a good season for us, especially in a first season with a new head coach for the first time in over a decade, and we finish with a winning record. I will be thrilled with that. Let's look here. Give me the Seahawks, please. How do I switch teams here? This is confusing for me. All right. So how do I switch to this team? How do I switch? What? I guess I have no idea how to do that, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. They are 6-1 versus losing teams, 4-3 versus playoff teams. Love to see it. 9-0 at home are the 49ers. That's incredible. Not in the playoffs though. But all right, that is going to do it for tonight. Bengals win the Super Bowl over the Rams. Let's see if it happens. I hope so. I really, really hope so. We'll see if it happens. All right, that's going to be it. It's 2 in the morning. I said this would go until 2 in the morning, man. My predictions are on point for the timing of this. So maybe that means my NFL predictions will be right as well. All right. Catch you later. I will be back for more scheduling post preseason. So we got a ways to go, but I can't wait. Things are going to look a lot different then. So, all right. Take care. See you later. Good night.